Gamers, Arlo's in trouble. Build the topic Arlo video.
Hey!
Is Pikmin 3 Deluxe borderline unplayable on the Switch 2? What the hell is with all those dislikes? I can't believe this. Take it away, Mr. Puppet Man.
So I started hearing things about
You noticed?
some sort of problem with
Yeah?
Pikmin 3 Deluxe running on Switch. There were some issues. I was streaming Mario Kart yesterday.
Oh, you
and,
were?
people
So
were
was
saying,
I.
"Have
I've been
you
streaming
heard
today."
The Pikmin 3 situation.
Is it crazy?
And so I looked it up, and lo and behold, yeah.
I got some prawn cocktail Watsits, by the way, chat, if you're curious. I'll be munching on these periodically.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of articles and videos and things. It seems that Pikmin 3 Deluxe is struggling to run properly on Switch 2, and this has been made out to be a very dramatic problem. You know, people are saying the game is broken, borderline unplayable.
So this is a people online, isn't it? Oh, no. This is a people online, isn't it? This is going to be diabolical, isn't it, chat?
And I'm thinking,
oh no,
man,
Arlo.
That's rough, and you know this certainly hits close to home.
It's a bit of a shame hearing Arlo do this, because I'm just like, Arlo, why do you, bruv? You should be people on, brother. Come on, you live in an ivory tower. What are you doing reading Twitter? You know what I mean? I'm just like, what are you of all people doing reading Twitter? You're Mr. Positive. Why are you reading Twitter, bro? That's what shocks me. Do you know what I mean? Like when you become a big YouTuber, the general rule is reading things online becomes a bit more worse off for you than it's worth. So you just kind of stop doing it. Is it unfortunate? Yeah, but that's just kind of what you're supposed to do. But yeah, like so it shocks me. Like, come on, bro, you're supposed to know. You're supposed to know. Like if I saw Metroid Dread is broken on Twitter and I'm a big YouTuber, I'm just like, fuck you. I still like the game, you know.
Pikmin 3 Deluxe, well, that's one of my very favorite Switch 1 games.
Oh,
So.
that's probably why, isn't it? It's hit a bit too close like home chat. It's hit a bit too close. He was like, this game is one of my favorites and people are shitting on it. Arlo need to be the last line of defense. Arlo actually has a bit of history of people online, does he? Sad.
I don't want to see it in a poor state on Switch 2. I've been really excited to play some of these games on Switch 2, you know. There's been no, like, official free upgrade yet, but, like, I don't know, maybe it'll run a little bit better on Switch 2. It's happening with some of these games. You never know. So if people are having problems, if the game is broken, even borderline...
Yeah, but, like, okay, well, I'm hoping Arlo shows me some clips, right? Like, if people are saying borderline broken, I'm sure there's, like, some videos people are attaching. Because either one, people are just saying that, in which case, why the fuck are you giving them any attention? Or two, there's some clips attached, which you can point at and laugh at them. Like, I'm getting, is it like the internet thing of game frame drops for 2 seconds and people saying, the game is broken, in which case you can show it, point and laugh and move on with your day? Or is it a case where people are posting clips online? It does look pretty shit and you're just being a smug cunt about it. Which one of the three is it? Which one of the three is it, Arlo? Come on, show me some clips.
And unplayable on Switch 2, well then that is certainly disappointing. So I decided to get to the bottom of this myself. I downloaded the game and booted it up.
He downloaded it himself?
And I played around with it for, I mean, maybe an hour. And,
okay, might have to speed this up a little, Arlo. just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I'm not really, I mean...
Or I know what chat, I can already tell. Listen to it again, chat. Can you tell? Can you tell what pissed people off, chat? Can you tell?
Here's the thing. I'm not seeing it. I'm not really. I mean,
that little smug little chuckle there. Oh no, Arlo. Oh no. Oh no, he didn't notice. Oh no. Well, I think it's the same thing with me and Scarlet and Violet. Like, surprisingly, I barely encountered any actual glitches. Like frame drops, yeah, but I very rarely. I didn't like when people's character models were spinning. People were clipping through the ground. I never saw any of this when I played. I'll be honest, I never saw a single lick of it. But like, I also wouldn't go online and say, guys, there were no glitches, because I saw videos and I was like, okay, yeah, this shit's bad. So like, when you say you played it for an hour and didn't really encounter anything, I'm like, I can believe that, but did you see any clip? Where's the clips? Like, show us the clips. You know what I mean? Because like, yeah, when people were saying SV is actually really, really bad, it's terrible, I'm like, is it? I saw some clips online. I'm like, oh no. Okay, it is bad. You're right.
Here's the thing. Yes, the game is having issues.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay, then what's the...
The title screen, it's kind of laggy. Just something about it. It's just kind of like, it's a little slow. And there are little visual
can you show
glitches whenever I enter into a stage.
Olo, I know this is like a daily slop second channel upload, but like, could you at least show us? Like, broski, come on, it can't be that. Like the bills. I mean, I'm sure you pay Kane a lot of money, right? You can literally tell them, "Hey, yo, Kane, you mind putting the clip in just to make sure people know?" Like, come on, man.
There's usually like at least one time, little like that, just kind of like a moment where just like for a couple of
you wanna show
frames,
us?
you get this weird kind of glitch. There are other like really small little things on menus, tiny little bit of flickering or something. And I did get one crash. It happened when I was exiting to the menu. I got it. It crashed. So I
mean, if it's crashing, then that's pretty bad, isn't it? Like maybe people are. So what? So Arlo's doing the worst thing then, chat. First, he's not showing us, which is very sus. Secondly, if the game is crashing, then I would say them saying unplayable isn't too much of an exaggeration. Maybe a bit, but like, if the game is literally crashing, like, broski, what are we doing here? Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, are people going, it's broken, but like, yeah, but that's just what the internet would. Oh no, he's a ref.
Hey! Hey! Have a fucking word with him then, ref!
I mean, it is unfortunate. The thing is,
it's more than unfortunate. People can't fucking play a game, Arlo. What do you mean? Like, this is just, how weird is this? Like, guys, just imagine for a second, right? If, like, Metroid Dread, like, I played it, the game's amazing, it runs like fucking butter. But let's say I saw clips online, like loads of them, not just one person, obviously, editing a clip or something. But let's say I saw, like, a bunch of people, like, very clearly, like, with no agenda, showing that, yeah, this game runs like ass. I'm not going online and going, yeah, so some people are going, this game's borderline unplayable. Well, I never. Well, I play for it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, this just seems very, very tone deaf, Arlo. Like, very, very tone deaf, if you ask me. Do you know what I mean? This is just odds. That's what I'll say. Very odds.
Nothing about this I would consider borderline unplayable. I don't even know if
you know the internet loves to exaggerate. Come on.
I would call it completely broken because, like, I don't know. Like again,
if anything, I'd assume Arlo would actively not defend this since he loves Pikmin so much. Yeah, that's the thing with me. Like, I love Scarlet and Violet. I'm never defending the performance in that game. For a lot of people, that game ran like ass. For me, again, I was quite lucky. It lagged on Castle Lake and Levensia, but nothing that made the game unplayable for me. But yeah, because I saw the glitches. Yeah, that shit was ass. Are you joking me? So like, if you're telling me you saw a lot of clips, Arlo, the game crashing, why are you defending that? That's terrible. Surely, like, what you would say is, man, that's really bad. I'm sorry that's happening, but surely they'll patch it out. That's what I would say if, you know what I mean, for like Metroid Dread or something like that. I started lagging too. Yeah, I love SV, but even though I cleared 8 issues, I wouldn't defend it. Yeah, like, that's crazy. This is crazy. This is backflips central, bro. Like, what the hell?
Mostly like when I enter a stage, I get that glitch, but like I'm playing, I'm doing entire days, I'm doing challenge mode, and I'm seeing that like during the actual gameplay, really nothing is happening. And I will completely admit that maybe if I were to sit down, start a fresh file, play all the way through, you know, just play hours, it is possible that I would then come across a lot more glitches, you know, maybe it would crash pretty regularly, you know?
Yeah, but did you, like, how many clips did you see? That's the thing. Surely people online are posting their online are posting their clips for you to see. Like, it's the same thing that happened with me SV. People are like, it's buggy, Moresty, it's a buggy broken mess. Is it? Looks up on Twitter. Oh. So like, you looked up on Twitter, saw people whinging about no clips? Like, what like, yeah, good for you then, man. I don't know. You're telling me, I find it extremely hard to believe you went on Twitter, saw people bitching about Pikmin 3 Deluxe, and didn't see a single clip. Do you know what I mean? I'm so like, because if you saw a bunch of clips, which is what I did for SV, like, then you'd be like, oh, you know, yeah, I didn't see it, therefore it doesn't exist. Like, I know this is like a daily news discussion commentary slop channel, or I say slop, I got slop using the word. It's like a second channel where you're doing a bit more off the cuff, yeah, right? But like, if you can show people things, like, show people things. Like, there's been instances on Moresty where like I'll show a clip if it needs to be shown, or show an image if it needs to be shown. Or like, what I'll do is I'll literally research stuff live. You guys have seen me, like, I'll research stuff live. I'll literally click on a new tab and Google stuff live, like, for context. Because I believe in showing people, like, you could see it with your own eyes. It's not just my interpretation of the golf. I want you guys to see it yourself. I think that's a very important thing to do. I think if you're going to run a channel like this, I well and truly genuinely believe you have to show context for things. You have to show clips. You have to show like images. Like you have to show things. If you don't, then like, what incentive do I have to trust your word? Because you have a big number by your name? Like, so? Like appeal to like authority stuff? Do you know what I mean? Like, like to me that just seems really, really lazy to me. It seems like lazy journalism, which is effectively what you are. You might not have signed the Hippocratic Oath of being a journalist, but in effect, what are news discussion YouTubers in the modern day, if not the modern day journalists? Does that make sense? So I believe in showing context where context can be shown. Not only in the power of editing and analysis tier list making sort of trend, but if you're discussing the news, yeah, of course, show me the tweets, show me the videos. I want to make my own determination. So does the viewer. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about, broski. Like, hang on. Like, if anything, like while you're talking, let me try and look out for you. Let me try and do your job for you, Arlo.
It would crash, even crashing once per hour. Like, that's pretty bad. I'll completely admit that. Like, the game's not in a great state. And it's
so
true. I'm seeing
it?
some other videos, and some people are experiencing worse glitches than I have been. So it could be that the experience varies from person to person. I think the thing is, I don't know, calling it borderline unplayable seems a little disingenuous to me at this time. Maybe this is the sort of thing we need to explore a little bit more. But here's
I mean, the internet's going to be the internet's going to be the internet. Do you know what I mean? This is what I'm getting when I look up Pikmin 3 Deluxe glitches. I'm seeing Nintendo fucked up Pikmin 3 Deluxe. The GameCube's creating graphical glitches. I don't know if I can... Hang on. Is it creating graphical glitches? Hang on. Oh, yeah, these little artifacts. You see that shit? Again, I wouldn't say borderline unplayable, but a shame that keeps happening. I don't know if there's anything more. It's broken also. Oh, look at that. That's gross. That's fucking gross. I do think it needs to be shown, but not showing it doesn't automatically make you a liar. No, it doesn't. You're right. It doesn't automatically make you a liar. But to me, I'm just like, in my head, I go, well, if you're not showing it, then I can't help but assume. You know? You're not a liar by default. No, but I'm just like, why wouldn't you show it? If it could make your point better, why wouldn't you? So like in my head, I'm like, the lying allegations are on a table. I'm not willing to call you a liar, but you not showing it makes the lying allegations go on the table. You know? That's what I would say. So like, what's it? Can we search by stuff? Let's do a bit of advanced search. Let's do like within the last week. So what's the date today? Month is June. Let's do from about what? June 5th is when the Switch 2 came out. 2025 to June. Let's do today, June 17th, 2025. Let's see if we can find anything different. Glitches. Anything new? It's an update. It'll be a fun bug for it. There's some memes, of course. New reports show that Pikmin 3's bingo battle is essentially unplayable due to a common crash on the Switch 2. So yeah, if it's cracked...
for purchase. Bingo Battle is broken on Switch 2. Pikmin True mode is the true. The goal of Bingo Battle is to win by getting a line of objects collected on your bingo card, but trying to fulfill this basic win condition will likely cause your Switch 2 to crash. For some reason, the more objects you collect on your bingo sheet, the more the game begins to deteriorate. If you have a low amount of objects on it, the game...
Yeah, that seems quite unplayable to me. I would say saying unplayable isn't necessarily
experience regular glitches, but is more tolerable and isn't guaranteed to crash, even if you've been playing a match for a while.
That is pretty... If you're telling me you can't play like a core mode, I don't know what bingo... Is that like a core mode or a side mode? I don't know what bingo battle is. So apologies because I don't have the context, but if you're telling me a whole mode is unplayable, because like gathering stuff, which I'm guessing the point of the mode is, it becomes like slows down the game to a crawl. Yeah, that's terrible. Are you joking? Yeah, I would say saying borderline side mode. Okay, thank you. Saying borderline unplayable isn't horribly exaggeratory. A little exaggeratory, but I would say that's a fair claim to make. Fix Pikmin's to like on Switch. Okay. Oh, it's Luigi Sidekick. Oomph not spotted. Yeah, no, it's noted from. Listen, with the chief propagandist of the Moscow Empire, I believe him, gamers. I don't believe Arlo. Believe Luigi Sidekick. He's the chief propagandist of the Moscow Empire. The menu's feel laggy. I noticed a decent amount of screen glitches every couple of minutes. I heard that it crashes pretty frequently. So yeah, like, so remember. Oh god, good grief. Yeah. So doing like some cursory. I'm sure if I was making a video, I'd probably like do a bit more searching. But like literally from 5 minutes of Twitter searching, I found some things that would make me go, yeah, that's whack. So what is this weird? It makes your weird defense even weirder. So you see what I mean, Rico Lee? When you don't show it, it just makes me go like, why wouldn't you show it? It makes no sense to me. Just like, so do you see what I mean? Like whenever someone doesn't show clips, my brain just goes, might be lying. Not going to call him a liar. Might be lying. That's how it got. With shit like that. That's why. Just show me the clips. Just show, if you were telling the truth, you'd show me the clips. But you're not going to. Anyway, yeah. All I'll say to you, Arlo, is if you're gonna, this is not a big deal. Obviously, it's not a big deal. I'm not gonna pretend it's a big deal. But yeah, in the future, if you are gonna talk about issues like this with people discussing things online, if you're gonna do a discussion thing, then show us what people have been discussing. You know, it makes sense. It makes sense. You know. It also doesn't help that people love to exaggerate every negative thing with Nintendo. It sucks that if it crashes the problem, people exaggerate and stuff like this. Yeah, but what I would say to you, Rico Lee, is that Arlo's job essentially mandates that Arlo is putting himself in a position where he is kind of trusted as a reviewer and as a commentator. So it's your job now. Of course, he didn't ask for this, but that's the position he's inadvertently come into. So what I would say is that if you are going to be a commentator, if you are going to be a news guy, you deliver the news in the most accurate format possible. It is your job to sift through what is the noise and give me the parts that actually matter. That is your job as a news discussion guy, right? And if you can't do that, then I would argue, why are you doing this in the first place? That's what I would say to you. And I'd say this to anyone, not just Arlo. That's what I would say to anyone. I would say if your job as the news guy is to show me the news, you know? I get your point. I just don't see it that way. Fair enough. Polite disagreement is fine. But that's what I would say. I would say, like, if you're the news guy, you have to get the news correct. Like, how often do I say, chat, I'm not sure about this, I'm not entirely correct, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Like, because I don't want you guys to assume what I'm saying is facts. If I know something for sure, I'll show you a clip and I'll say my statement, you know? That's my perspective anyway. You don't have to agree with me. Fair enough. So correct me wrong with that background knowledge. If the clips of the bird forms are real, then why is he defending? If they aren't real, then what's this video? Yeah, it's a catch-22, isn't it? It makes no sense. I think it's just a flub. There's nothing. This is not like Owler's not had like an absolute howler here. This is just a stinker. I'd call this a stinker. You know what I mean? Just a bit of a stinker, I would say.
Big numbers doesn't equal I am telling the truth.
It's true, it doesn't. But like, because you have big number, people inadvertently think you're telling the truth. You know what I mean? Because you have a lot to lose, you tell them all of the truth. So you want to say Arlo obviously didn't ask for this, but when he made this channel, he inadvertently put himself in this position. So he should be as accurate as possible. That's what I would say to him. So a bit of a flub. To be fair, that's what he did. I just don't think it is the correct way to go about it. Yeah, I think it just doesn't work. For me, I'm just like, if you don't show me clips, the lying allegations start worming their way in my brain. That's how it works for me. I don't know, maybe you guys are more trusting than I am. Maybe I'm too distrusting. Who knows? But that's how it works for me. That's how it works for me. What makes the outrage weird is that Nintendo already said the game would not function correctly before the launch of Switch 2, and they already were working on a patch. Yes, but and that just goes to show that the internet is just kind of being the internet then. Again, it's more of your job as a commentator to go, Nintendo already addressed this, people are annoyed about the clips, but overall, you have to adjust your commentary effectively. That's what I would say. I get that some people exaggerate, but acting like every criticism is just overblown, kind of hand waves legit issues. Yeah, and again, if you're going to make a video on this, whoops, where'd my video go? You have to do the rigmarole of figuring out, is this legit or is this not? Like, for example, let me tell you about a time where I did this, chat. When it came to the shortcut ranking, right? My plan with the 10K special was to leave it public so people could see it. But there was a small contingent of people who were like, I was really hoping you would take to this video more and take in the earnestness that I'd hoped so. And it was a bit disappointing that you didn't, right? So even though there wasn't a lot of people that made that criticism, I would say there was enough people whose opinions I value, was able to watch that back again and go, okay, like, are your words legit? And I was like, do you know what, fair, I can see what you're talking about. Does that make sense? Like, I used my mental faculties to come to the conclusion that what you weren't exactly steering me wrong. So Arlo, as a news guy, has to see what's going on in the news. Are people being a bit chicaneous? Or is there like, where's the nugget of truth? Does that make sense? Where's the nugget of truth? That's what you have to do. If I'm capable of doing that, I think you as a big old news channel guy who's probably been doing this longer than me should also have the capability of doing this. But hey, if this is one flub so you can be better, then by all means, you know what I mean? That's fair enough. If this is the one mistake you're going to make to be better, you'd rather make the mistake now than later, you know what I mean? Anyway, yap over. Let's keep watching this.
Real issue I have. Okay, like it is possible. Maybe you're watching this and you have tried to play the game and you have like, what are you talking about? There's loads of glitches. Glitches are happening all over the place. You know, maybe it depends on certain areas of the game, certain levels, certain actions. Maybe if I booted up 2-player, you know, that would put more strain on the game and I would have more problems. Maybe it is possible that the game is really, really struggling a lot more than I am seeing. It's still hard for me to say borderline unplayable. Of course.
Yeah, I think he's just someone said I think he's lost in the semantics. I think he's definitely sounds like he's lost in the semantics, which is unfortunate. I think he's just latching onto those words borderline unplayable and it's just stuck like a bug in his brain. I think that's probably what's happened here.
Crashing regularly.
Unfortunate,
maybe.
But
I don't know, whatever. Point is, the thing is, The whole Nintendo discussion right
Yeah,
now.
it just sounds like he's exasperated. Like one of his goats is being washed, and he's not a fan. And it's like, listen, life is about having goats that are washed. I've had my 9/11. Okay, when I woke up and found out JonTron was a less than stellar fella, it hurt my feelings. Okay, hurt my feelings. When King K uploaded that Sword and Shield retrospective, I died a little. An angel lost their wings. Okay,
Oh,
I know the feeling.
it's getting a little. I don't know. It's getting a little bit icky. It's kind of like now the equilibrium is off. Enough of the discussion has become negative that now we're starting to see every single little problem through this lens of like Nintendo is awful. You know what I mean? And I know I'm probably mostly just talking about like the vocal minority in like comments and stuff, but like it's just this is yet another thing where everyone can be like, can you believe Nintendo is selling this? Can you believe that they would allow this to happen? They're selling this game for $60. This is just...
Yeah, no, and I think this is a case where because now it's kind of popular to hate Nintendo, you gotta just tank the psychic damage. I'm sorry, it's just how it is. Like, it's unfortunate, but it's how it is. You know, like for example, like how many in my like typical Nintendo video, in my like Switch 2 unboxing, in the Mario Kart like first impressions review I did, right? I did get, I don't know if I told you guys this, but I did get a fair bit of like people like calling me like all sorts, nothing terrible, but you know, they'll call me, oh, you're a soy boy, you sold out, you shouldn't have bought the Switch, look at, you're the problem. I know, have a look at those comments, but you know what I just did? I just went, bada bing, bada boom, and I moved on with my day. And again, I understand that as a big channel, it's like probably like way more exhausting for you, but like this is why you just, I don't know, just fucking like shill. Yeah, I was getting like comments like shill, and it's like I don't know, you just take a like for me, the way I see it, like, and I think what Arlo will say is that like, well, if my job is essentially like being a brand, realistically, right? I can't have people tarnishing my brand by speaking badly of me. To which I would say, if you have to make the determination of whether these are criticisms worth acknowledging, or if these criticisms that have steam, or if it's just people being like people online, essentially, right? That's the determination I make all the time. Like whenever someone makes a criticism of me, and I think it's in earnest, you've seen on sometimes on my Moresty channel, I respond. I'll give them a nice, detailed response. But sometimes when people just go, shill, I'm like, why would I acknowledge you? Why would it even bother me? I know I'm not a shill. I don't care. I have no idea why I'd even give a shit about what you have to say to me. So I think, again, maybe once you get bigger, maybe once I get bigger, the volume will be so much more large, and maybe my opinion will change. But for me, the way I just see it, it's just like, either make fun of them or just turn the TV off. Because like for me, like if you're wondering, chat, like right now I have like an alt account where I use to browse YouTube, so like I can switch off being Sir Moresty. At some point I'm probably gonna have like an alt TikTok account, I'm probably gonna have an alt Twitter account, so I can just be a normal guy, you know what I mean? So I don't know. Yeah, if this is I'm assuming I'm kind of talking down to him because he probably knows how to deal with criticism, but yeah, I think there's a case where like his bulletproof shield had like a dent in the armor and ended up getting shot through it. You know, I think this comes across like to me. But anyway, yappery done. Let's keep going.
Just another piece of evidence that shows how horrible and greedy they are. Here's the thing.
Yeah, shields are gonna shield.
Before the Switch 2 launched, Nintendo, they made this big like PDF document, and they basically gave us the status of every single Switch 1 game.
You can ignore it, but toxicity will always be present online. You can't completely escape, unfortunately. You can't completely escape it, but I think, especially if you're a big commentator, you definitely have to get in the hang of like just being able to like wear your hazmat suit and go into, you know what I mean? Like if you only go in if you're like in the rhyme, like for me, I would never check my comments to like see if there's any like, or to heart some comments and just read them when I know I'm in the right frame of mind. If I know I've had a shit day, I'm not going to read my comments because yeah, most of them are good, obviously at my stage, but like just in case I get the odd shitter like who probably ruin my day, I'm not going to read the comments yet. I'm going to read them when like I'm in the mood to have some fun. Sometimes when I read my comments, I'm with my fiance. I'm like, hey, do you want to read the comments with me? And sometimes when we get a shit comment, she'll like read it in like an angry Shadow the Hedgehog style voice. We'll make fun. Do you know what I mean? Like I'll make fun of it. Do you know what I mean? So that's just kind of like, if you know you're not in the right frame of mind, I'd say maybe just step back until you are. He probably knows this. Stream's lagging. I think, is it lagging for you guys? Should be fine. At least it seems like it's fine on my end. Are they telling me off? Is YouTube telling me off? It says excellent connection. You guys are wrong. Refresh the page. Okay, turn down your quality.
And like how it's going to run on Switch 2. And they gave us a list of titles. They called out each one specifically. And for many, they said, they already warned us, these games are not running quite properly on the Switch 2. We are aware of this, and we are going to fix it. So like, if Nintendo really was so nasty and greedy, I think they probably would have just put all this out, said, hey...
Oh, ref.
Oh, what about that? Send him off! Send the drifting edge off! Get him off the field!
Poor Arlo. Poor Arlo.
Get him off the field.
Poor Arlo. That's just typical.
Just typical what it is. Get
He's
him walking.
guys, the person online is expecting people online to be reasonable. Yeah, ref. Ref, do something! Guys, Nintendo said it was going to be patched. Well, why are you being mean to them? Yeah, because people just love to bitch and moan. Like, right now, it's popular to hate on Nintendo. Nintendo hater stocks are on the rise. You know, come on. You just got to tank the psychic damage, unfortunately. Here's what it is, Arlo.
You can play this all on
Come
Switch
on.
2 perfectly, no problem.
Ref.
Buy a Switch 2. That's all we wanted.
Have a
Your
word
money.
with
They
it.
would have never even mentioned it again. But no, like I've got the PDF.
Oh,
right
so
here.
now you can do some editing, huh? Now you can do some editing, eh, Arlo? Eh, Topic Arlo? Which, honestly, like, every time when I read it when I type, like, Topic Arlo and, like, lowercase, for me, my brain just autocorrects as Topi Carlo. I feel like he's, like, Hispanic. His name's Carlo. Topa Carlo.
And yeah, it's in the actually a lot of these games already say previously identified issues have been resolved with an update.
Wow, so you expected people on the internet to read a fucking PDF, broski? Like, come on now, what are we doing there? So you wanted to scroll down this entire PDF for me, but you couldn't show me a clip of people exaggerating, maybe? You couldn't show, like, I don't know what we're doing there.
So, like, they're actively fixing all of this. And for Pikmin 3 Deluxe, it says, game behavior may vary from Nintendo Switch. The entire screen will briefly turn off and on again in several scenes in the game, such as the beginning and end of a day. That's not exactly covering everything, you know, visual glitches. It's not just the screen turning off. But point is, they're pointing out that there are problems.
This Pokemon fans can't read, bro. No one's reading a PDF. Come on. Yeah, no, as Nubal said, yeah, like, I don't think it's unreasonable for people to suggest that games should be ready for the Switch too. Yeah, if you're gonna buy a whole ass brand new console and one of your favorite games doesn't run on there, yeah, of course you're gonna be fucking pissed. Like, yeah, if I bought a Switch 2 and I was like, oh, let me play like fucking Fortnite on this thing, and it lagged, I'm like, I thought we were over this. What are we doing here? You know what I mean? Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Turn it, ref.
Is planned to be fixed in the near future. Not even just nebulous sometime in the future. Like, no, like they're working.
Is near future not nebulous? I think that's kind of nebulous, but I get it, Arlo. I got it.
Right
Doing a
now.
bit of a backflip sesh. I get it. I get it.
Right now.
Keep it going.
So-
Excellent performance,
You know what I'm
gamers.
saying?
What would you
It's
rate
just
this
that's the
performance?
thing.
What would you rate this, gamers?
The whole discourse, the whole discussion. We've become very, very reactionary.
Who's we? Fucking okay. This is Arlo. Come on, Arlo.
Hey, have a fucking word with him then, Red.
Guys, we've become really What? Suddenly? Now? As if the internet hasn't always been this way. Like, what, like now all of a sudden? Now? Like, this is the bit, guys. This is the bit. Like, it's the win. You mean people on the internet have been exaggerating like the whole time? No way. I can't believe this.
And I
Where's the
recognize
Wii?
that even me saying
Where's
this
the console I have in my living room? Wii is the word in French. Wii is not the internet. You want a Wii? There's no Wii to be had. There's always been reactionary people, Arlo. There's always been. It's been on the news. It's been on ever since the printing press was invented. There's always been people that have been a reactionary, broski. Come on,
I'm
Arlo.
going to get a lot of people in the comments
Oh,
saying
no.
that I'm like, you know,
It's not
bootlicking or
believable.
whatever. I'm going to bat for Nintendo. Why are you defending them?
Oh, hang on, hang on. Oh,
saying that
hang on.
I'm like, you know, bootlicking or whatever. I'm going to bat for Nintendo. Why?
I mean, what? Hang on. What was this video if not a masterclass of a backflip performance, Arlo? Let's be... Brother, what are we doing here? Arlo, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? You can't just straw man voice your... Come on, brother, what are we doing here?
you defending them? Mario Kart is $80. You know?
Yes.
I'm just trying to be slightly level-headed here. I feel like we could all stand to be just a tiny bit more patient, you know, just kind of like give that knee a little pat, a little rub, a little massage.
Your ass. Dude, you're the worst one. Is like I kind of like position myself as someone who does that too, right? Like I'm someone who positions myself as someone who's a bit real. You know, I like to see the nuance in it. I like to see the middle ground. I like to see both. That's the kind of person. And evidently, that's what Arlo strives to be. Yeah, there's a good chunk of people that just want to be on either side. Do you know why? Because that's way more fun, broski. That's way more fun, and it's way more simple, but it's way more fun. You kidding me? Like, shitting on things is just fun, Arlo. It's just really fun. Like, I don't do it now because it's boring. I've been there, done that. But, like, it's fun. Hating things is fun, Arlo. So, yeah, being the middle ground neutral guy, it might be a bit exhausting, but hey, them's the breaks, broski. You get paid the big bucks to be the neutral guy, Arlo. You get money, therefore you can't complain. If you want to complain, do it in therapy. Oh, man, it's so frustrating people can't get along. Yeah, but, like, Rico, come on. Arlo, you're being a bit Arlo. Hang on, you've been a bit Arlo-ish this stream. You've been a bit Arlo-ish, Rico. No, I've liked the discussion we've had in the stream, Rico. But yeah, it's just like, that's just how it is. Like, for me, I see it as, like, I've said this when I was talking to Backseat Soccer, right? For me, it's like, I don't even see, when people say, why can't we get along? Why are people so, I don't even see it as a reality that's ever going to happen. I want you guys to understand, in my brain, this is a reality that doesn't exist. So opining for it is a fool's errand, where there's always going to be 14-year-olds that just got an iPhone, that are just angry about the world and want to pissed off. There's always going to be divorced 30-year-olds who just want to capture the youth by being pissed at things and playing video games. There's always going to be a steady stream of people that are just fucking pissed off, right? The best you can ask for, the best I can ask for, is a better class of hater, right? Which is why I have a bit of respect for Dimitri. I still think his Mario Kart World video was less than stellar. Pretty shit, actually, when I think about it. It was just reactionary doom-saying slop. But I appreciate, because at least he's honest about it. Do you know what I mean? He's at least honest about it. He's like, yeah, I just like being in the smoke. But, like, it's just how it is. Do you know what I mean? That's just how it. That's just the internet. That's just life. That's just people. That's just people. Do you know what's? I went to gamers. What's it? Fucking hang on. What was I gonna say? I was at work. Like, what's it? The other day it was literally just yesterday. Yesterday, I was doing work at an event hall, right? And some woman decided to come up to me. So, like, the event was running like 10 minutes late, right? And I get it, right? Obviously, frustrating. It came around, all right? But then, like, this woman, like, decided to pull me aside. And said, like, give me this, like, grilling, like, what the hell? The event was 10 minutes late. I came here all the way from Chichester. And then I drove it. And then bargaining was a nightmare. And I'm just sitting there like, oh, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, oh, yeah, no, right? Like, that. How much? Yeah. Oh, no way. I can't believe it. Yeah, some people just want to, like, have a bitch because it's fun. And I'm sure that woman felt amazing afterwards, right? Afterwards, when she left the event, she had a smile on her face. You know what I mean? Some people just like to have a bitch and a moan, right? Is it exhausting for you to read, maybe, as a person? Yeah, but that's why you log off. I don't know what to tell. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. My voice just cracked. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's like a funny sometimes show, but I hate people raining on people's days for no reason. Yeah, you just gotta laugh at them, man. You just gotta laugh. You just gotta laugh, man. You just gotta laugh. You gotta laugh it off, Rico. You gotta laugh it off. You know what I mean? You gotta laugh it off. Like, whenever I get, what's it? Hang on. What was that comment? That comment I showed you guys earlier, what was it? I'll read it. I'm not going to show it again, right? What was it? I love how, it's a comment I got verbatim on one of my things, right? I love how you say negativity is bad, and yet all you ever do is make fun and laugh at other YouTubers. Him calling that guy's wizard outfit crap was mean, and you're nothing but a bully, right? I bet that guy felt amazing leaving that comment. Do you know what I mean? And I felt amazing deleting his bitch ass. Do you know what I mean? You gotta find the good. Like, yeah, could I have let that comment ruin my day? Maybe in another reality, that comment would have ruined my day. Because I'm not a bully. I know I'm not a bully. That person was misconstruing me. But guess what? It's the internet. People are going to misconstrue me. So instead of getting angry at people taking me not at face value, I'll just be like, I know you're never going to be a fan of mine. I'm just going to remove you now and save us both the trouble. You can yell into the void. I don't care. You know what I mean? You got, like, for me, it's the realities of the world are the realities of the world. You have to navigate them the best you can. You cannot change how this goes. You cannot change human nature. You can't change how the internet works as a whole. You can't just go, yeah, I'm just going to navigate. And I found my easiest way of navigating, the moment I see a comment of someone that's very clearly does not have my best interest or very clearly doesn't want a conversation, wants to bitch and moan, hey, you can bitch and moan at the void because I don't really care anymore, all right? You can moan. There's a reason I'm talking to you, Rico Lee, because you've been here in the stream a lot. I actually really like you. You have some very poignant points in your messages. We might be disagreeing now, but, like, I'm okay with that. But if some bitch-ass default Dan came out of nowhere and disagreed with me, you're gone. I don't care about you. Nor do I care to spend the emotional bandwidth to find out if you're chill or not. If you're not chill, you can go. Anyway, I'm just ranting now. Sorry, Arlo. I'm just ranting about my own life. You know what I mean? Anyway. Yeah, just laugh and move on. For me, I found that's the perfect way of enjoying the internet. You just can't take it too seriously, all right? Because the internet is not serious business. Anyway, that's just my mindset. Yeah, I'm not saying you have to agree or disagree, but that's just how I think about things. It's all a fool's errand. So you just gotta like navigate it the best you can. That's all you gotta do. You're wrong. Well, how about this, Shadow Master? How about you get? I'm not gonna ban you. You're kind of chill. 10 seconds though. Yeah, I think it's just. Maybe who knows? Maybe I'm wrong, Rika. Like, I'm not even saying that to be like nice. Like, maybe my mindset's the wrong one. Maybe in 5 years I'll be like more on your mindset than I am mine. What I'm saying is that if you're asking me right now, it's inevitability, and I just navigated the best I can. That's my perfect way of navigating the internet. Honestly, you're not wrong, but I disagree. Anyway, you can't change how other people take it, but you can change how you do yourself, and that's what. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of how I go. Anyway, it's been fun yapping at you, Rika. It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. Anyway, Arlo, let's continue.
Relax that knee so it's not jerking quite so suddenly and constantly. Let's just like take a breath. Just take a little bit of a breath. I don't like that Pikmin 3 Deluxe is not running quite perfectly on the Switch 2. Yes, it would be nice if I could just boot it up and it was instantly perfect. But like, yeah, okay. Yeah, there's a problem. But it's not nearly as big of a problem as it seems like a lot of people are making it out to be, and Nintendo is actively working on it.
Right. That's just the internet. I'm not going to pause him too much.
And Nintendo.
You know what? We went on 3 Musty style rants throughout this video. This fucking 9-minute video. Good lord.
Yes, I don't know what the pipeline is. What the whole process of giving a game a performance patch. I don't know what that looks like, but I'm just saying if you're already in the files, if you're already in there, and you're fixing this issue, I just maybe could we get a performance patch? Maybe. Just maybe.
Nice.
Can you imagine how good this game is going to look if it's running at 60 FPS?
It'd be
like
good, wouldn't it?
4K or 1440 or whatever.
Yeah, it's just a stinker. Yeah, so I think I'll leave it there. I think he's just going to do the usual end of video stuff. But yeah, it seems like from what I've seen, bit of a stinker, Arlo. Bit of a stinker. Nothing. You're not like batting 0, but you're saying you're not batting the usual 1,000 you are. Had a bit of a stinker. Let's have a look at the comments. The comments are bound to disagree. Let's see what the comments are saying, guys. Let's notice some comments, all right? Let's see what they're all about, eh? It's the setup for Pikmin Raiders. Real! Oh my god! Pikmin Raiders is going to be amazing. So I started hearing things. These schizophrenic gamers. The game crashes inconsistently, so you'll lose progress out of nowhere sometimes. Yeah, seems pretty bad to me. It's a bit of Boblack. What's Boblack's doing here? Hang on, move out of the way. I don't think it's disingenuous to call the game borderline unplayable if it crashes within an hour playtime. They'll literally become unplayable when it crashes. Oh my god. Rare Boblack's W? Shit. It's a Twitter versus guy. There's a lot in 1 hour to go wrong, especially a full crash. If it has a full crash every hour, that would make it unplayable for me. Yeah, it seems like the comments are just politely disagreeing, telling him, hey, this is kind of crazy. Long comment. I found this video oh, hang on, gamers. Oh. Uncharacteristically off base in on our laggy title screen, visual glitches entering a level, flickering on menus, 1 game crash. You're at 315, even crashing once per hour, that's pretty bad. And at 430, you say it's disingenuous to call it unplayable without exploring more, yet you only played for an hour and got a game crash, which you would say is bad if you played more. At 545, you mentioned some PDF Nintendo posted. Does that take priority of a Switch eShop saying the game is supported? Can you expect most people to find this random PDF before making a purchase? Why didn't they include that warning on the eShop? They're working on this right now. They should have worked on it before asking eShop users for money. Around 740, you describe your stance as slightly level-headed, and everyone else is a knee-jerk reaction, despite the fact you barely played the game or experienced any game-breaking issues, and still made this a video. Yeah, turn his TV off. Turn his TV off. Oh, the eShop does have a warning on. The eShop does have a warning sign, saying the game might run correctly on the Switch 2 before you buy it. So I guess it does have a warning, but either way, I think some of his other points were also quite poignant. So, a singeing. We'll watch the follow-up, Chad. Don't worry, we'll watch the follow-up. We'll watch both. When will the Pikmin abuse end? True. While I normally agree with in this situation, I don't. More issues keep getting found. The main problem is that they're selling the game on the eShop without being upfront about the problem. It seems like most of the comments are just kind of telling him, yeah, this is this is kind of a miss. It's kind of a miss, brother. If the game crashes, that means it's unplayable. You cannot be serious. No. Don't know if all of this isn't it. It's not blind head. There's real issues. Crashing within 1 hour is pretty bad. I hope it gets fixed. I crashed within 10 minutes just trying to make bingo battle. I honestly would have expected better from you, Arlo. Yeah, so like this is the kind of comment section which would definitely give you pause for thought. Because I don't think anyone's being particularly mean. This video is going to be lost to media, or now it's not. It's going to be on the Moresty channel now. Hello, Moresty gang. Shout out to anyone whose name begins with F in the Moresty comments. Everyone else, you get no shout out. Because you're watching on Moresty and not the main channel. Should I get... Oh. Damn. I feel like Arlo is out of touch with the genuine populace. We've been negative towards Nintendo way before all of this. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, no, everyone in the chat live here today gets a shout out, okay? Not the Moresty chat. The Moresty chat, it sucks, okay? Okay, your name has to start with F and it can't be Frying Pan Sam, okay? Because your name is Sam, not Frying Pan, okay? Get out of here. That cheats. Nintendo isn't your friend, man. You need to defend them when the product doesn't work. Yeah, it seems like it seems like a lot of the comments here are just like, ooh, I'm not even cherry picking. I'm just scrolling on a bunch of them and they're like, oof. Crazy. Any new ones? Any newcomers? Astonishing reaction video that basically boils down to it doesn't seem too bad on my end. And those lists is not fully functioned by Nintendo themselves. Yeah, they shouldn't have put it on the store in that state. But also, it's a decades-old game, not running well on the platform. People wondering when Arlo became such a shill must not have seen his videos that prompted commenters to accuse him of being overly critical and negative. Huh? I could never be a content creator. Man, it seems like, at least from what I know, chat, didn't Arlo like kind of start his like career by like shitting on like Origami King and stuff? Like it was super negative and stuff. You know what I mean? So like, maybe is this like an overcorrection type beat? I'm thinking. So yeah, we'll leave the comments there. But ending thoughts, Arlo. I think you definitely got like lost in the sauce a little. Definitely a little lost in the sauce. I think you saw the words borderline unplayable and you latched onto that, unfortunately. And I think it clouded your judgment for what the actual situation is, which is, at least for my 5 minutes of Twitter searching, seems, not that good and stellar, and it is in fact quite bad. So all I'm saying is that while this wasn't the worst mistake you could have made, what I will say is that in the future, if someone calls you a shill, I'm not exactly going to disagree. Let's put it that way. But he made a follow-up, gamers. Where is their follow-up? I probably just found on the channel. He had a rough transition to Switch 2. He totally did. Where is it? Yeah, let's talk about... He literally called it the Pikmin 3 situation. Oh boy. Definitely not an overcorrection. Arlo's far too sincere for someone like that. The man says what he thinks no matter what. Well, it seems like he thinks whatever Nintendo wants him to think, eh? Way! All right, let's talk about the Pikmin 3 Deluxe situation.
Last week I did a video on this.
Oh, last week. So, gamers, he made a follow-up after that relatively stinky video. So let's see. It was Color Splash. It was pretty level-headed. Oh, okay, got it. My bad. I'm not too familiar with the Arlo lore, so it was Color Splash, not Origami King. But it seems like, yeah, Arlo had a rough transition to Switch 2, as Orion Starlight put it. Let's see if he corrects the record in this video. Let's find out, chat. And without further ado, Arlo, continue. You've had your day in Moresty Court. Let's see if you can end up being not guilty or guilty. Let's find out.
State of Pikmin 3 Deluxe on Switch 2. It seems that the game is having some backwards compatibility emulation issues when played on Switch 2. There's a number of visual glitches that occur. And I was seeing a whole lot of outrage about it. And from my perspective, that outrage was not necessarily warranted. And so I kind of said that in my video. But now I'm seeing that the reaction to my video has been rather not great. And here's the thing, I am conflicted because I always want to know if I've missed the mark. You know, I want to know if I've maybe reacted to something a little too hastily. I didn't have the whole picture, because that's the thing about Topic Arlo. You know, these videos, they're pretty fast. So there is a higher chance that I may, miss the mark and have an uninformed opinion or something. So like I want to be aware of when that happens, and I want to address.
I mean, I suppose, I think with a news discussion channel, you have to be quite topical, you have to be quite fast, but you still have to do your journalistic due diligence, Mr. Arlo, so I'm not gonna 100% let you go with that, but I do understand the bulk of your point. I'm not gonna nitpick too hard.
If it does, but I also...
Yeah, and there's glitches in the gameplay in the background here. Jesus Christ, this is terrible.
I don't want to get dragged into the drama of it, because that's the thing.
Okay, then why would you talk about it then? Like, what do you... Like, to make a video about, like, the Pikmin 3 unplayable situation is to kind of, like, concede that you might be getting into the weeds of it all. Like, I feel like it's a bit... I don't think you can... I don't know, really. It feels like a bit of a weird one, doesn't it? I don't think you can talk about, like, everyone is mad at Nintendo for blank topic without, like, at least getting into the weeds of it all. Or at least, like... What I'm saying, you can't necessarily talk about Twitter, what's effectively Twitter drama, without like understanding that you might go down into the trenches a little. You know, I don't think you can do both. I think you have to kind of like concede that you might be getting into the muck. You might be swimming in the muck. You know, at least if you need to be discussing shit that's going on Twitter. Do you know what I mean? Like you kind of have to concede the fact that you might get some smoke. You know, Like it's like with me when I upload like one of the more like provocative Moresty videos, right? I know that like I am preparing myself for the fact that okay, like something might happen here, you know? Like even when I upload this video to Moresty, like I'm expecting some ARLO'ers to be like, you know, like that's just kind of an inevitability. But like for example, when I watched Frying Pan Sam's and Mario Kart 64 video, that's probably one where I'm not expecting any smoke. Maybe from the 64 stands, of which there were none. But maybe, but like that's more like just us watching and enjoying a video. But like when it comes to like, you know, really going in at someone, I'm expecting a little smoke. I think you can't necessarily make you just can't, the drama's inevitable. I think that's a bit of a flawed outlook, but either way, being a bit pedantic.
The internet we're talking about here.
Yes,
And the thing
yeah, he even says,
if
okay.
you say something that is perceived as wrong, especially if you find yourself kind of like in the minority opinion.
It's like if you were surprised that Nintendo Land responded to your one reaction. Yeah, it's like, I literally titled the video Nintendo Adult. Like I was kind of like expecting, okay, there might be a little smoke from this. And boy, was there, you know? Like, you kind of like have to know going in. Like, come on. Like, people will drag you no matter what, it sucks, but it's inevitable when you're talking about controversy. Yeah, it's just like, you kind of just have to, like, put your smoke detectors on, you know what I mean? And if it starts beeping, then put your gas mask on, sort of thing, you know?
People can get really, really nasty. So, like, I'm looking through the comments, and I get, like, a few dozen that are just so nasty. You know, like, even people who are like, I love you, and I've been watching you forever.
Show me.
But shut up, you're stupid, shut up.
Oh, come on. Is that the worst of it? Is that the worst of it, Arlo? Really? Really? People are just you're stupid and shut up. Listen, you should see what I get called, okay? You should see what I get called, okay, Arlo? Listen, all I'm saying is that it has something to do with a certain thing, all right? I don't know if you're noticing it. I don't know if you're noticing anything about me, Arlo, but either way.
I'm like just really, really angry, super negative.
Yeah,
and when I read enough of those comments of people just telling me to shut up because I'm stupid, I don't want to read anymore. You know, I don't want to watch reaction videos about this. I don't want to go see the social media posts talking about how stupid I am. You know what I mean? I'm willing to listen to criticism, but I can only take so much of that before I just shut down and I just go, okay, I don't even want to talk about this anymore.
I think overall your point is correct, but literally from the video we saw, it seemed like a lot of your top comments were being genuinely earnest. So like when you say this, I'm just like, where were you reading? Is what I'm saying, right? Were you reading Twitter? So you expected like nuanced takes from Twitter? Like if anything, the first place I would read is my comments. We literally, if anything, this is the one good thing about doing my Bravo 6 Going Dark segments when I read the comments. We can literally get a feel for what the comments were like. We saw your comments. Your comments were relatively like, yeah, this is a bit of a miss, Arlo. Yeah, less than stellar moves, buddy. You know, like the meanest one was like, yeah, keep it in the drafts. And that was like probably the meanest. And even that was like a 2 on the meanness scale, at least on my meanness scale. I've got a pretty big meanness scale. Like, just like, like someone calling me the N-word is like a 7, you know what I mean? It's even like a 10, because it's like, gotta do more than that if you're gonna get to me, you know? But yeah, your comments were relatively chill, you know what I mean? Like, so when you say that, I'm just like where were you reading? Firstly, where were you reading? And secondly, like, I don't want to hit him with the thin skin allegations because that'd be a bit harsh for me. I understand not everyone's a security guard that's had people yelling slurs in their face, but I'm just kind of like, if you read, what I'm saying is that if you're saying that you got mean comments and you were reading your YouTube comments and that was the mean comments in question, I would say that's a bit crazy. You know what I mean? That's a bit crazy. The N-word nabbit liker, yeah, I was called that. Nabbit hater actually.
Anymore. So it's been one of those.
What's the N-word for Muppets? That's actually a good point. Might have to invent one. To if he could have deleted those ones. He could have, that's right. He probably could have, in all fairness, yeah, you're right. But at least from what we saw, it seems like there were, like, cause for me, it's like, how nasty were they getting, you know what I mean? How nasty were they getting? That's what I'm trying to wonder, you know what I mean?
Those cases where just like, yeah, if I missed the mark, I want to know, but like, I can't even engage with this without just miring myself in the muck. So, I don't know, Kane has kind of given me the gist of the problem. It seems that primarily, it maybe wasn't right of me to seemingly downplay the issues that people may be having. Because the thing is, I played the game for a number of hours and only experienced minor visual glitches. You know, like the main menu, it lags a bit, okay, and then like landing on the planet at the start of the day, you get like this weird flickery glitch thing. But like that's been, and I did have one crash, and people were, and I was like saying that wasn't a big deal, and then people were like, okay, but like that's actually a huge deal because crashing is a really big thing. The thing is, it only crashed when I exited to the menu. It didn't crash mid-game.
I mean, yeah, but could you not imagine people crashing mid-game, though? Like, I don't know, I just don't know, man. I don't know, brother.
It was when I exited
Would the N-word for Muppets be a grouch? Is he being a grouch right now? Shit.
the menu. I literally lost seconds.
But could you not imagine someone losing like hours of progress by not saving? Or maybe not hours. I don't know how Pikmin works. I don't know like how long you can go without saving. But like, could you not imagine someone losing like what, half an hour, 40 minutes of progress? You know what I mean? Could you not imagine that?
My time just going back, it wasn't a major crash. So yeah, basically like I didn't have a lot of problems, and it could be that there are other people who are having worse problems than me. I have been exploring the heck out of this. This footage that you're seeing here is unbroken footage of me, because I'm hearing that Bingo Battle is like the worst of it. So I played some Bingo Battle, and yeah, again, really only minor glitches. Like basically when you're about to make a bingo, when a player is about to do it, like the fire effect comes on, and that's when you start getting these little these little glitches.
I mean, from from the cursory Twitter search, we seem to have like. I mean, yeah, it's good that he tested more, but like from the cursory, it seemed kind of bad. But I don't know.
And I
it's good that you tested, I suppose.
to make as many glitches happen as I could. I even like tried at one point to like get each player to almost have a bingo, but still the absolute worst that I have found through all of my experiences with Pikmin 3 Deluxe. It's just been this. The worst of it is in Bingo Battle. When someone's about to get a bingo, you get these kind of And I mean, sure, it's a little unpleasant. I guess so. But I haven't had any other crashes. Still only minor stuff. There's a part like on the menu when like the water glitched out for a bit. I'm looking and I'm not finding it. I haven't had any other crashes.
Yeah,
Okay,
you got one of the good
so
systems,
let's get back to it though. Here's the thing. Even if it's true that I'm not having a big problem, it could be that some other people are.
True.
Every experience is going to be different. Sometimes there are like differences between people's like individual systems, and we don't really even know why it's different. Why would one person have a glitchy problem and then another person doesn't? I don't know. The thing is, I did acknowledge that in the video. I did acknowledge that it is possible other people are having a harder time than
you did, but like it was also caveated with a lot of like. But like, guys, for me, the video as a whole came off as a lot of like, in defense of, as opposed to presenting like the news or discussion, if that made sense. It definitely came. The whole video from a neutral observer, from someone who like doesn't particularly like or hate you. I'm gonna say, let's say all right, but like I'm not like enamored with your work, nor do I hate your work. I have no reason to like think either way of you. Yeah, you called them reactionary as well. Like, yeah, your video definitely came across as like writing them off a tad, being a bit quite flippant. And yeah, you did the devil's advocate thing, but it felt like you were just doing that to check a box as opposed to genuine entertaining any arguments. Plus, you didn't really show any screenshots, any videos, anything. So it's like, it came across as a bit like tone deaf, just a little bit. That's what I would say.
I am. But to me, even if there are people for whom this is a massive problem and the game is borderline unplayable, Nintendo's gonna fix it.
That's not the point, though. The point is they released a whole ass new system, and a game that somebody bought for a previous system doesn't work on their new one. You know, like don't you understand that on principle? That's just really fucking annoying. Like for example, I don't own a GameCube chat. I own a Wii, where I used to play GameCube games. Imagine if, for example, I tried to put like Melee, and like there was like glitches or bugs or something. I'm just like, that's fuck. I'm playing it on like a system that should run better. Why is it running worse? It's just like on a principled level, that's just fucking annoying. Especially when you have like other like upgrade stuff that seems to be working better, you know? Like past Pokemon fans are fucking eating right now, you know? SV looks fucking amazing on the Switch too. You know, I'm sure there's other games I've gotten some noticeable graphical upgrades as well. And then you could be a Pikmin fan going, yeah, Pikmin, yeah, Pikmin 3. And it's worse. You're like, yeah, do you not understand that on principle you could be fucking annoyed about? I'd be fucking annoyed about that. Definitely. Yeah, especially like in a reality where someone, for example, like sold their Switch 1. Yeah, I could totally believe that. Like, obviously, Arlo would probably say like, oh, how many people have really done that? I could definitely see someone selling their Switch 1 to raise enough money to buy a Switch 2. Because since the Switch 1 is backwards compatible, why do they need their Switch 1? Like, even me, I'm just like I'm quite lucky in the sense that like I can keep my Switch. I have a good use for my Switch 1. I keep my Switch 2 at my desk so I can have it always set up and ready to play for like stream and what have you. And I have my Switch 1 now in my living room. So like if I want to just chill and play some video games that aren't necessarily the Switch 2, I can just do that as well. So like I think it works for me both ways. But for most people, their Switch 1 will probably gather dust. So I can see that happening, you know? The only reason GameCube games work there because the Wii was just exact same as the GameCube. Yeah, but like, I mean, obviously the reasons be damned. Like, if you tried to play a previous gen game on the next gen and it didn't work, it just like on principle that'd be really fucking annoying. It doesn't matter whether it's like playing GameCube games on the Wii, whether it's playing PS4 games on the PS5. Like, it would just be annoying. Like, everyone would like that on principle. It's just really fucking annoying, you know? Reminds me of the Dimitri Pokemon vs. Power World thing where he just wants to glaze Power World and hit on SV, but he tries to make it look neutral. Yeah, it definitely came across a bit more of that, you know what I mean?
See, that's really at the heart of all this. And that's where, like, okay, I will say, if you felt invalidated by me downplaying the issues, if you have had a really big issue with it, and it seemed like I was just glossing over it, and that made you feel bad, then, like, I can apologize there. But my opinion that this is...
Guys, have I ever made you feel invalidated? I don't know. There's something about that makes me laugh.
Largely a non-issue is not changing. Because Nintendo has acknowledged it and is going to fix it. You know, this is... What's the...
I don't care. Like, fix it now. I don't, like... Again, on principle, I have a game that I'm playing on a more advanced system that doesn't run properly. And yeah, Nintendo said they're going to fix it. I don't care if they said it. Fix it now. I want it now. Why am I waiting? You should have... You know? I just don't get it. Even if you fix it later, it's weird and out of character for Nintendo to not work. Yeah, exactly. Especially Nintendo. If there's one thing you could give Nintendo is they're usually very good at optimization, right? They're very, very good at it, you know? They're very, very, very good at it. So if a game is not optimized, that's even more annoying, you know? You invalidated my feelings when you said about Excite by Arena. Good. I invalidate him again. I'll do it again. I'll do it right now. Excite by good. Anyone who disagrees, bad. All right. Yeah, Moresty, you saying my favorite track is kind of invalidating me. Apologize right now. Never. It's never gonna happen. Okay. Yo, skibbity cringe and skibbity toilet. All right.
Good analogy, Kane. It's you're at a restaurant and you wanted your burger without pickles.
I get it. Arlo's a nice guy. Obviously, he doesn't want to invalidate people's feelings, but guess what I do?
You got your burger with pickles, and they're like, we already know, and we're already fixing it. You don't got to get upset about it. Like, it's already in the works.
Yeah, but this is not a burger. This is a console that I spent £400 on. Like, what do you mean? Oh, look, like I get the analogy, but like in a burger restaurant, I know it's like, oh shit, hang on, you forgot the pickles. And oh, sorry, sir. And I'd probably turn to like whoever I'm with and be like, that's fucking annoying, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not gonna go back in the kitchen and be like, rah, rah, rah. But like, yeah, I'm probably gonna be like, yeah, that's fucking annoying. Like I said pickles. I even told the guy, you know, pickles, you know? Yeah, it's fucking annoying. And they're like, oh, here's your pizza. Okay, fine. Like, it's been like in a restaurant, you know you're gonna get it fixed in like 2 seconds. With Nintendo, is there any roadmap? Have they given us a date? Have they given us an exact date when they're gonna fix it? They haven't, so we don't know. They say they're gonna fix it in the near future. If anything, what I would say to you, Arlo, is why do you believe them? maybe, okay, I know this is me, this is Moresty, the negative Nancy, but for me, like, if someone says, oh, we're gonna fix it, I'm like, well, it's either fixed or not fixed, and right now it's not fixed, so I don't care. Fix it now, fix it, loser, fix it, $1 billion company, fix it now. Like, I don't know, man.
So, like, I don't see the point in getting super mad. I don't see the point.
I am mad. My game doesn't work on the new console, Arlo. I'm mad.
With Nintendo. Okay, here's the thing, though. Here's another thing I will admit. I'll completely admit. Nintendo is still selling it.
Yes.
You can still purchase it on the Switch 2 eShop.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is wrong. I will completely give you that. That is one element that I did not look at closely enough. And there are Switch 1 games that are not running properly on Switch 2, and so they are not even purchasable on the Switch 2 eShop. We're comparing
apples to an airport.
But Pikmin 3 Deluxe is not one of those games. You still can buy it, and you shouldn't be able to. I will give a Nintendo a little shame on you about that one. If the game...
No, give them more shit. What do you mean a little? Shame them. Shame. 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 Fuck them. How dare you sell a game that doesn't work?
Is not
Bad Company
on Switch 2.
Bad Company 2.
You should.
Bad Company
really
2046.
It should not even be an option. But it is still hard for me to see it as a giant problem. Because I don't even know how many people this actually affects.
Oh, for fuck's... No, hang on, I'm sorry. Earlier you just said, I'm sorry if I invalidated your feelings, and then literally not 2 minutes later you say, well, how many people is this gonna affect anyway? Like, guys, come on, let's be real. I'm like, I'm sorry. It's the principle of the matter. What are we talking about here? It's the fact that it affects anyone. What are you on about? That's like one of the worst statements you could have made. Oh my, turn this TV off. Like, I always hate that line of reasoning. Like, for me, even if there's 2 people, literally 2 people in the world who are affected by this, you have every fucking right to bitch at Nintendo until the problem is fixed. I'm never going to tell you not to bitch. Like, I might say something like, hey, it doesn't, luckily it doesn't affect a lot of people, but the fact there's still a problem is annoying. That's what I would say, right? Because that's the correct take. Like, this is just, you're literally running defense for Nintendo. Like, you objectively, what is this? Hang on, can I hear that again? I just want to make it clear.
Really,
Let me hear that statement again.
should not even be an option. But it is still hard for me to see it as a giant problem. Because I don't even know how many people this actually affects. You know? And again, if it is affecting you, I don't want to invalidate your experience.
But that's what you... Am I living in bizarre? Is this man like? It's gone from stinker to howler. What do you literally just have though? What are you talking about? Referee, ref.
Hey! Hey!
A fucking weapon in then, ref.
Just
Hang on, maybe I paused too soon. Hang on, let me hit. Let's try again, Joe. Let's try again. Hang on. Hold.
effects. You know, and again, if it is affecting you, I don't want to invalidate your experience. I'm looking at the big picture here. Out of the couple million people.
Okay, but like, why are you looking at the big? Is that your job? Is it your job to look at the big picture? No, your job ideally is to look out for the little guy. Nintendo's job is to look at the macro. What is that your job? That's the better question. Is it your job as a commentator to look at the macro? In some instances, yes, but like, are you not one of the people? Are you not fighting for the people? Bizarro, like, but like for me, what strange statement to make, chat? What strange statement? Because for me, I don't care how big I get. At the end of the day, I'm still a consumer, like one of you, right? So in the end of the day, if I'm going to talk about video games and I'm going to like do reviews on video games and analyze video games, I'm going to talk about it from you, the perspective of the consumer. Because I don't work at. Why would I think about it in terms of Nintendo? Why would I think I'm not an employee of Nintendo? Why the fuck would I think about the macro? That's what it just makes, like, the whole like mindset just makes no sense to me. Like, what are we doing? Like, when you say like, well, I'm thinking about the big picture. Yeah, you can still think about the big picture, of course, but like the fact that this affects a handful of people should be something that makes you go, yeah, this is bad. Hopefully they fix it, and I'm glad it doesn't affect a lot of people, but this is bad. Again, it's like, you're literally just playing lawyer for them. For what reason? For me, Arlo, Scarlet Violet did not run that badly. It did not run that badly. I had problems in Castle Royale Lake and Levensia, but the game ran fine for me, right? Am I going to sit there and go, guys, but this didn't affect everyone. This didn't affect everyone, guys. No, I'm going to say some of the glitches I saw were insane, and thankfully it didn't affect everyone because it didn't affect me, but the fact that it's happening is insane. That is what I would say, because that is the correct answer to say as a consumer, right? That is the correct answer. That's what you're supposed to say. You're a consumer in the end of the day. You're one of us. Are you working for the Nintendo? Are you a part of the Ivory Tower Elite? What we That statement just makes no sense to me. Like, objectively is a nonsense statement. Because at the end of the day, you're one of us, Arlo. Are you one of us or one of them? Why are you running defense for a company that don't even fucking pay you shit, broski? That's what I'm saying. I don't care how many events Nintendo invite me out to, right? If their product is shit, I'm going to say they're shit. If the product is good, I'm going to say it's good. That's how it should be. I don't know, man. This whole mindset just makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me. The reason people watch you is people want the act, like the Arlo take on a thing that's happening. They don't want Arlo, the self-employed Nintendo lawyer. They want Arlo, the guy, the consumer like you and me. If you're going to lose that relatability factor, why the fuck would anyone watch you? Like, it's like legit. Like, if you're just going to be Nintendo's PR, I would just go to Nintendo if I want Nintendo PR. I don't know. That sort of line of logic just really fucking irks me. So, anyway, I also wanted to know that he made a video about how Breath of the Wild. No, I saw that. Yes, that video was terrible. That video actually like annoyed me. Again, another not like a howl or anything, but that video was annoying. Where was it? It's the Breath of the Wild one. If I just type 90, will it come up? No. What Breath of the Wild? It's got to be here somewhere, unless I've got to scroll down and open more ones. No? Where was like 90? Is it 90? Yeah, I think it was one of those. I want to see if I can find it. How long ago was it? I saw the Discord one. Oh, here it is. Yeah, this has officially gone too far. This one here. Yeah, this one here. Like, so I think I explained this last time, right? That like technically Breath of the Wild, if you wanted to buy it full price, is $90, right? $60 for the game, $10 for the upgrade, $20 for the DLC. I think it adds up to 90 anyway. I don't know if that's the exact breakdown, but it adds up to $90 now. So effectively, you're buying Breath of the Wild brand new now. If you want all the content at the highest frame rate you can get, it's effectively $90. And for some reason, he was like, I think even some of the comments were pointing that out. Hang on. What's it? There was some of the comments. There was some of the, yeah, money's not tight. Again, he literally said in the video, money's tight. Hang on, I want to prove this to you because I think he said in the video, literally word for word, money's tight. Let's see if I can. Oh shit! I want to control F. Can I transcript this? Okay, what is happening? I seem to have clicked things and everything went wrong there. All right, let me see if I can find this because I know he said like something like maybe they're running low on money, and I'm just like, brother, it's Nintendo. What are we talking about here? Let's type money and see what comes up. Cause it seems to be, yeah, look, maybe hang on, money. Let's see if it comes up again. Money over here. Look right here. Look, see, approved it. Look right here. He says it right here.
Of a bind right now. Money might be tight. They might be losing.
9th richest company in the world, by the way, or like richest company in Japan. And this is the kind of defense. I just like. I'll be real with you, Yana. Why are you like this? Why are you like this, broski? It just makes no sense. I'm not lying. Look, you can timestamp it yourself. And I'm not like, I'm not just the guy. You can watch the whole video if you think I'm removing context. This is the video right here. You can watch it on your own. But yeah, he literally was like making defenses for Nintendo this entire video. It pissed me off. I'm like, what are we doing here? So like this video, I hope this video isn't like out of place. This is just something he does. For some reason, he just seems to run these unusual defenses for Nintendo. And I get you don't, and I get you want to probably run counter to like all the hate narratives. I get it. But like, why are you defending a $1 billion company for things that shouldn't be defended? You should say, no, this is terrible. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is bad. Because for me, I think Arlo seems to believe in this, at least from my observation of Arlo. I don't want to like make the statement definitive, but from everything I've seen of Arlo, he seems to run by this very common train of thought that to be negative is to like, to call people out, to critique things is to be negative, right? And he says that all negativity is bad, right? There seems to be this prevailing, I've seen it like, as I've run Sir Moresty especially, and I critique people's videos and I watch people's videos, there seems to be this prevailing narrative that any single time I talk negatively about someone or like offer critiques, it's me attacking people, it's me putting people down, it's me spreading hate, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, I could not fundamentally disagree more with that sort of line of thinking. I think that sort of mindset is absolute poison. I really, really do. And if this video hasn't showcased that, I don't know what, and the other one I just showed you doesn't, I don't know what will. Because there is a world where you can say to Nintendo, hey, Nintendo, this is shit. But you can also maybe not be a cunt about it. Because I understand that my approach, I'm not saying to everyone to do my approach. Like, of course, my approach isn't for everyone. Of course not. But when something needs to be called out, we all need to stand in lockstep and go, hey, that's bad. Maybe I'll do it in my, maybe you as Arlo being a bit more nice. So you can be like, yeah, Nintendo, this is a less than stellar move and I hope you do better in the future. Whereas I might go, you suck. But in the way, we should all be singing from, yes, the toxic positivity. That's the phrase, yeah. It's this toxic positivity. And for me, I just can't stand it. I actually just can't stand it. I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, honestly, what are you doing, Arlo? There's 2 videos I've shown now where, like, you just seem to be running defense for, like, no reason. And I'm just like, there is no... Sometimes Nintendo is just bad. Sometimes a thing is just bad, and you just say... And while I understand you don't want to, like, dogpile it, you don't want to do this, there's a way to go, hey, this is less than stellar. This is what you can do in the future. Do you know what I mean? There's a way to do it. And I think I'm very good at doing it. Sometimes, don't get me wrong, sometimes I'm just like, like sometimes like, cause it's fun. But like, I know I'm very, 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 very capable of going, hey, this is not good. This is what you can do in the future. Step it. That's why I did my Mario Kart review chat, didn't I? Like, I literally said, hey, like, the fact that I can only spectate the leading player in Knockout Tour is fucking stupid. Nintendo, could you fix that? Right? That's me offering a genuine critique of their work. Obviously, I'm being a bit brazen, but like, you can do that too. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a way to do it. There's a way to critique things that doesn't make you come across an arsehole. Like, it's not like a zero-sum game. It's not like one or the other. You can be somewhere in the middle, you know? I don't know. It's annoying. It's annoying. I've had this on the brain about Arlo for a while. I like his stuff sometimes, but like, he just seems to like be on this line of, you have to be like in this bar of positivity. Any sort of veering to this side is bad. Whether it's in context, whether it's relevant, any sort of veering into the negativity is bad. That seems to be the mindset he goes by, and I'm just like, you kind of shut yourself off from being a nuanced commentator when you do this. That's what you do. And I just think it's pointless. Rant aside, I feel like Arlo tries to fence it but doesn't want to say anything hateful, so he just fences. Yeah, like, it's this like an allergy to saying anything hateful. And it's like, like, he just loves to fence. I don't know what it is, but like, you can have a take that's negatively slanted, but not be a hater or like a meanie or like anything. You can do that. It's possible. I know it's possible. You know, it's possible, Arlo. You can do this, man. It's fair to provide constructive criticism for a company without coming across as openly negative. I think I do that too. I think I'm very, very good at that when I want to. Sometimes I just want to engage in the chicanery. But I think I'm very capable of saying, hey, this is dog shit, brother. Here's what you can do to step it up, all right? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's just nothing wrong with that. I don't know, man. I don't know, Arlo. You gotta take your mean pills, Arlo. You gotta take your mean pills every now and again, okay? You're being too nice. I admit I'm a bit too defensive sometimes, but you can be critical and positive at once. Yeah, that's the word. That's the word I need. It's not mutually exclusive. Being critical and being positive are not mutually exclusive. I feel like Arlo believes, from my watching of Arlo and the 2 videos I've shown you, the one, Buy for the Wild one and this one and the one before, it feels like he believes that you cannot be critical and positive. It feels like he has to be positive regardless. And especially if you're going to run a news channel, I can understand if you're a main channel where you do reviews and like you're a lot more scripted, like you can do your whole positivity shtick just fine and it doesn't affect the content. When you're doing a news commentary, yappery style channel, you have to be a lot more real than you're letting on right now. That's what you have to do. That's what you have to do, Arlo. And I would say, as I said, there's a way of being positive and critical at the same time, and you got to find that middle ground. Otherwise, you're just going to have stinker moments like this over and over. But hey, either way, listen, I don't think it's affected the view counts too much, eh? So do your thing, brother. Do your thing. It doesn't really matter.
Pikmin 3 Deluxe in the first place. How many of them are like really super actively playing right now? Not because of any of the outrage, not because of all this situation, but like they just were. They just happened to be playing it. And then out of all those, how many are playing on their Switch 2 when there's only been 3 or 4 million Switch 2s sold overall? So that's and then from there, how many of those people are specifically playing Bingo Battle only?
The fact that it's a problem in and of itself is bad, Arlo. Stop defending them. Stop defending Nintendo.
Problems. And how many are like me?
Yeah, you shouldn't say people like... Yeah, it feels like one too many people called him a hater and he's just letting that get to him. Do you know what I mean? Like, and also, yeah, the fact that enough people said it was bad for you to be making a video about it indicates that there was a noteworthy number of people, you know what I mean? Do you think he's doing this because it's a news channel? Because on the news channel, you can give information, potential outward perspectives, but not much of your own. I think, well, I would say if this is what he's trying to do, I think he's doing a poor job at it. That's what I would say. Because obviously, this whole channel is predicated on the idea that he talks about the news and then gives his own take on the news, right? He obviously does that. He's not trying to be like objective. Like he's not trying to actually be like a properly formal news channel. He obviously has like a take he also wants to give on top. So if you're going to do that, you have to master the art of being positive and critical. Just like I can do that just fine. I'm perfectly okay with doing that. But it seems like Arlo is just, whether he's hesitant to or incapable of doing so, I don't know. But you got to fix up, Arlo. You're washed. You're washed.
I've been playing, and I can't find any game-breaking problems. It's just not happening on my system. Again, maybe it is for you, but I just can't. Like this footage that you're seeing, this is the worst of it. It's a bingo battle. When you've almost got a bingo, there's some visual glitches. And otherwise, I've had a few visual glitches, just tiny things here and there, mainly when I land on a planet. And even that, I can't even recreate anymore. The first time I sat down and played it, it was a problem. And then now I can't get it to do it. So it could be that even from session to session, maybe if I kept turning on the game, I kept playing it, I would find more. Maybe it would crash more. I really only had that one crash, and only when exiting the menu. So just, okay. I think another one of the issues, as has been reported to me, is me kind of fixating on the term borderline unplayable. You know, it could be that it's a pretty big issue, and I was like, clearly it's not even almost unplayable. I am playing it. It is still easy and pleasurable to play. It's got to be pretty darn bad to be borderline unplayable. To me...
Yeah, again, he's just stuck on the words, man. He's just stuck on the word. Also, again, like, if your game is crashing, I would say that's unplayable, yes. I'd put that in unplayable Oh, he's just stuck on the... He's just stuck. Even a week... Remember, this video was made a week after his first one. Just want to clarify. This video was made a week later, so... Just for full disclosure, 16th of June, and I don't want to lose my timestamp, so I'm going to click a new version. Just to make things very, very clear. The other one was made... Where was the other one? Wasn't that long ago, was it? Oh yeah, 4 days ago. So these are like 3 days apart. So even in the 3 days since, he's still stuck on these words, man. Yeah, for seeing the bigger picture, he's stuck on individual words a lot. I'm like, fucking hey, lad. Come on, man. Come on.
That means, like, if it's just visual glitches, they're so constant, they're so horrible, you genuinely can't even play. Or the game keeps lagging or crashing in a way that, like, that's what borderline unplayable means to me. And I don't know, maybe I was
likes to exaggerate,
a little too hard on that actual definition of what that means.
How it is.
So I get that frustration, but then on the other hand, that's how this is all being sold. That's how, that's the conversation that I'm seeing, is that the game is in such a horrible state. Such an awful state. Nintendo...
Thank you so much. I appreciate the compliment. I'm very bad with compliments, okay? So don't give me too many, but thank you. I appreciate that.
should have never even allowed.
Talking
this,
is hard,
and
guys.
it's just
Streaming is
hard
harder than your
because
9 to
I'm not
5.
seeing it. Even like, I mean, I'll admit I haven't looked up every example online, every compilation video, but I'm seeing individual examples of like, here's a thing that happened. Here is a thing that is glitching out. Yeah, that's a picture of a glitch happening. Or it's like a supercut of glitches where they've chopped them all and put them together to make them look more constant than they actually are, and they put fart noises all over it just to make it just, you know what I mean? I'm just not seeing it. Again, I'll admit, I'm not.
Yeah, the what's it? Your vocal delivery is pretty. All right, Brad. Okay, Brad. Mods, can we time out black and white in the chat there? BW for 10 seconds, please.
Looked for every single possible example in everyone's case, and again, maybe it's possible that you are having genuine problems. I don't know, man. I'm having a hard time with all this outrage business. I am. It just.
Then don't fucking then don't cover it then. Brother, if you don't want to smoke, get the fuck out of the kitchen, man. I'm sorry, man. Okay, yeah, listen, I need to. You're pissing me off, Arlo. You're pissing me off, man. Listen, Arlo, you seem like a nice guy, okay? You seem like when you analyze things and you critique things, you're very, very good at this, okay? But if you can't handle the smoke, I get it. And it's not even like oh, are you too stupid to handle the smoke? I'm not even doing it as like a bravery thing. Do you know when people say like, oh, old internet was the wild, wild west, right? That's not a bragging point, okay? Like, I don't say that as a bragging point. I don't say the fact that I can handle like the trenches and like the beef of the internet. I don't wear that as a badge of honor. It's just something I can do because I grew up playing Call of Duty and I've seen a lot of shit in my time, right? So I'm saying if you're someone who has much less of a sensibility for that sort of thing, or much less tolerance like I do, just don't engage in it. It's not worth your time. Don't force yourself to be something you can't. All right, that's what I'm trying to get at. All right. So if you can't handle the smoke of being involved in this online nonsense whenever you cover it, then just don't cover it. Cover like actual news. Like you seem to like cover like, oh, like fucking what, DK Bonanza thing, Splatoon 3 on Switch is so smooth, I want it. Like, yeah, this is the sort of thing that like, if this is more your wheelhouse, look, you seem to get decent viewership when you do this sort of thing anyway. Look, your Donkey Kong Bonanza Direct thing seems to have got more views. You're probably like talking about what you want to see. Like, yeah, if this is the sort of thing you want to do, you can just do that. You don't have to do this, man. Like, this is not necessary. It's not like it got so much more views where I can see like, oh, maybe you want to tank the psychic damage. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, Switch 2 the Gluck session. No, I probably talked about the sales and what have you. Like, if you're going to talk about, what I'm saying, if you're covering topics like this, expect chicanery. Like, come on, man, you got to have it both ways, Arlo.
The more you do
just stick to these
grows
things.
a little
It seems to be more your wheelhouse. People seem to love this
again,
more.
I want to do the right thing. I don't want to invalidate anyone. And I want to stand up to.
No, invalidate people. Okay, listen. Here's the real take, Arlo. Some people need to be invalidated. Okay, that's just a fact. That's just a fact of the matter. Okay. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, Arlo. Sometimes, a little bit of the time, someone's feelings are not valid, and sometimes you just gotta tell them that. Okay. Sometimes embrace the negativity, Arlo. Okay. You can be toxic and critical and positive at the same time. Okay. Take it from me. I'm a blend of all three of those things. Okay. You can do it. All right, Arlo, you can do it. Sometimes, some people are just beyond redemption. Sometimes.
And I was ready to go to bat for this game. I love Pikmin. It's precious to me. I've built a career off of criticizing Nintendo. If they need to be criticized, I will. You know what? They fired.
I don't know. I think you've hard pivoted the other way. If you're, and if you guys want another example, I'm not going to showcase too much of this video, but here's another video of Arlo's I watched, which shows to me that, which proves my thesis of I think he's just hard pivoted the other way. Correct, which is, where's his Discord one? There's one he made about Discord, which was about the same as this. If I just type in Discord, did he title it Discord? Oh yeah, here it is. This one. You can see that time bar. I've watched it already. I watched it in my spare time. This is another example of Arlo being like way too fancy. Like way too fancy. Again, I won't show all the video. You can watch it and make your own determination. But yeah, from my interpretation of this video, it was literally, if you want to clarify, he was talking about how like, Discord was bought by the CEO of Activision, or like one of the people from Activision, or he's the new CEO, one of the people. And like, he was just like, he was like just being like, oh, I don't like the fact that people are negative about the CEO buying it. It's like, listen, there's a term for this. It's called enshittification. Like, that's literally what it's called. What will happen is that a product will become a loss leader for a while, gain all the market share, and then introduce little paid, like, stupid elements because they know they've got all the market share. Uber have done it. Facebook have done it. Twitter did it. Every tech thing will do it, okay? So, and the fact that people are thinking Discord's going to do it is not necessarily a wild claim. Do you know what I mean? Didn't they introduce, like, fucking some dog shit to Discord recently? Discord, like, Orbs? Was it Orbs or some shit? what was it? Like this shit? Yeah, it's like pay to win sort of thing, wasn't it? So like, do you know what I mean? Like this is gonna happen. So, but like again, the whole video was just like him like trying to see the bright side of something where like there really isn't. If I'm gonna be honest, yeah, like the CEO being like an Activision guy means the app is probably gonna go to shit. And from the looks of it, it kind of is. So I don't know. Arlo just seemed a bit much. Moresty reacted to Biff, yo go washed, yo go Arlo washed. What's the orbs thing? I think it's like a pay to win currency thing. Hang on, let me see. What the hell is that actually? Is it a pay to win thing? What am I misremembering? You can get Discord orbs by doing quests. You can do this in several ways. Can you buy them? Complete quests. You can spend them in the shop. Some things are orb exclusive. So you do them by doing quests and you can get orb. I don't doubt for a second though that they're probably going to have a way to buy them, like to just buy them individually. I don't think this is going to be like a, if you're asking me, oh, your Discord orb purchase, oh, you can buy them. Okay, so you can, oh no, Discord purchase. Okay, so if you buy one, then okay. Hang on. Oh, hang on. Was that a gif of someone buying it? Hang on, let me see chat. Claim for 3,500? Hang on. Let's see. Orbs balance. Oh, it's just the balance. Okay, so I don't know if you can buy. Let me see. Is there can you buy a specific item? Can I refund something? Is there a limit to orbs I can collect? Is there any other way to? There's specific. Okay, so right now it seems like they're not offering this with payments, but I would say. Oh, it's basically watching ads for freemium currency in a mobile game. Oh, okay, got it. So so while it's not paid for now, you just have to watch ads and stuff. It's like a freemium model. If this is anything to go by, I don't doubt that they're going to have some sort of paid system. You know what I mean? If that makes sense? Like, because Discord right now owns a lot of the market share of like, you know, chat. There's a lot of chat. Like, it's a big app, right? Like, a lot of gamers use Discord. So, of course, they're going to try and like find a way to make more money. So, again, Arlo talking about and like making it seem like it's not that big a deal was crazy to me, you know? So, he just does this. It was just unfortunate. You can be critical and positive at the same time. I'm very good at that when I want to be. I mean, keeping up with much of the Arlo stuff. Just him. Is it just him defending the honor of Nintendo when games are having backwards compatibility issues? Yes, that's literally what this is. Well, we watched that video, which was this one here, and now watching the follow-up, the 3 days later follow-up. So we're continuing with that at the moment. Biff, you got washed.
Princess Peach voice actor. That stinks.
Yeah, that does stink.
That stinks. They're like replacing all their talent with younger people. That's annoying. Leaving people out of credits. That stinks. I don't like that.
Sucks.
That's not a good move. That's not a good look for them, you know? And hey, even if you do want to argue that the games are too expensive, $80 games is wrong, like, go ahead. I can't do... I don't know. I can't get mad whenever they sneeze, you know? I can't get super mad.
Okay, then don't do it. Then don't do it. Don't do it, man. It's so easy. I promise. It's so easy. Now, again, I'm gonna make it clear. Chat. I am of someone with a platform much less bigger than Arlo, right? So maybe when I reach Arlo's size, this problem will become exponentially worse. But yes, are there sometimes I've had first-hand experience with this. Whenever I do a video, like kind of doing a bit of a dunk sesh, you know, so to speak, right? I get people in the comments going, yeah, Moresty, roast this guy. Moresty, roast this other guy. Yeah, Moresty. Do you know what I do? Goodbye. I ban them and I move on because I don't want those sorts of people in my community. I don't want them. But like, so if you get those people saying, Arlo, you have to cover this thing. Nintendo being shit. You have to cover this thing. Bye-bye. Just get rid of them. I don't care. I had to, like literally, and because the sad part is, right, even if someone's been watching your content for a while, that's not proof that they have your best interest at heart. It just isn't. I think I had someone like fucking, what was it? Which video was it? I don't know which video it was. Fuck, I need to go on my own Moresty channel and figure it out. But yeah, there was somebody who was like, I recognized them as a subscriber to the Moresty channel for a while, but like, they left me such a dog shit comment, I had to ban them. Because I'm just like, I don't, like, the fact that you've watched a lot of me, and you came to the conclusion, it was like concern trolley sort of thing. It was like someone saying, the comment was something to the effect of, "Moresty, you're heading down a dark path with all these videos you've been uploading recently. I don't know, man. I just don't get it, Moresty. You have to be very careful." I just banned his ass because you know what it was as well. I remember looking at his comment history because, by the way, if you guys don't know, I can see your comment history, what other comments you've left videos on. And do you know what other comments he left videos on? Every other video where I've been quite chicanerous to someone. He didn't even comment on the frying pan Sam one. He didn't even comment on the Kerblay one. He didn't even comment on like any of the ones where I've been like much more amenable. So it's very clear that like he's watched the videos where I've been like yeah, and then he just kind of used that as a litmus test for my entire content. Which if that's the bar that you're gonna set for me, I'm not like if that's the interpretation of my work that you've made, I'm not interested in your opinion. I'm just not interested. So what I'm trying to say to you all is like, even if it is genuine fans of yours that are like, oh, I love you, but you have to cover this thing. You have to cover this thing. Just because they've been watching for you a while doesn't mean they have your best interest in heart. Sometimes that is a reality. It's unfortunate. It is unfortunate, but there have been not a lot. It hasn't happened a lot, but there has been one or two people. I'd say like about one or two, people that I've recognized as long-term commenters, but they left some like actual dog shit more than once. And I'm just like, you have to go now. I'm sorry. Like you have to go. Like just because you've been here for a while doesn't mean you get to get away with being a bigger cunt to me, or like just concern trolling. You don't get away with that. So what I'm saying to you, Arlo, is that I don't doubt for a second, and no, it is genuinely, I want to say it's painful. I think being painful is exaggerating. But yeah, it does suck. I'll be honest, it fucking sucks. I had to ban one guy for the, sorry, there was a noise outside. I was a bit scared, but no, it was just someone using a sprinkler. But yeah, there was one guy, Backseat, there was one guy I recognized in the chat, like the Backseat Sakurai arc. He went and left him a bunch of dog shit comments, bro. And you guys know my policy, right? It's zero tolerance. You had to go, right? And it sucks. Sometimes that fucking sucked, right? I had to get rid of like two people, like two long-term commenters, right? From that, but that's just what happens. Sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles, right? If any of you guys like went against the zero tolerance policy, it hurt. But hey, it's like that meme with the black guy holding the gun and he's crying. You have to go. You have to go. That's just how it is, man. I'm sorry. You have to go. Because if you had my best interest at heart, you would know not to do that sort of thing. But you don't. So you have to go. And that's what, sometimes, all I'm saying to you is, what this whole long rant is to say, is that sometimes even your longest termist fans are not going to have your best interest at heart. No one has your best interest at heart other than you, brother. So when you get these long-term comments, like, if like, say a year from now, right? Biff Weed DMs me and says, yeah, Moresty, you're going to, like, this one video, I fancy this one dog shit video. And then I watch it and I'm like, I don't really, like, I do my usual skimming and scanning, because I know when someone recommends me a video, I skim and scan. And it's very clear that, like, this video isn't, like, out my alley, so clearly Biff has ill intent with this. He wants me to cover them because he probably doesn't like them or something, and he wants me to do my usual Moresty thing. So I'm probably going to like, ask a few questions, if that makes sense. I'm not going to just be like, oh, that's Biff. Biff knows me. Me and Biff are best friends. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna take it with the grain of salt that it intends to be. I am not under any illusions that anyone who watches my stuff has my best interest at heart. You guys might do, and I'm happy if you guys do. I'm very, very happy for that. I'm so thankful for that. But at the end of the day, I have to make the determination. And sometimes you guys are just wrong. And that's the determination you have to make sometimes, Arlo. Sometimes some of your dearest fans are wrong. And you have to go, hey, if you're asking me to cover this dog shit thing, I don't want to. I'm just going to make a video on DK Bonanza and choose to be happy. That's what you have to. You have to deal with the mental psychic damage, and you have to tank it and be stronger, Arlo. That's what you have to do, okay? Because that happens sometimes to me, and it sucks. But it is the way it is. It is the way it is, okay? That's the nature of this. Or that's the nature of this. But yeah, I've been ranting a lot. Arlo's had me ranting quite a bit, honestly. I think it's very admirable you stick to guns. I think I have to be consistent. Like, I could definitely see a reality where, for example, if like Carstorm has an absolute fucking stinker, right? I can 100% see like me like deleting all his comments and DMing Carstorm like, brother, what are you doing here? Do you know what I mean? 'Cause I don't want to have to ban you, but I will. And then ideally Carstorm will be like, I had a stinker, and then I'll be like, okay, fair.
Stop fucking about
I'm just ranting. I'm just ranting now. I'm just ranting.
There's no favorism when it comes to zero tolerance,
just this...
since you stated that you have ban long-time viewer for doing that crap.
Yeah, I have, and it's sad, but you just have to stick to your guns. So again, Arlo, I can imagine you've had a lot of long-term fans, but sometimes you just got to do what's best for you, okay? Sometimes. One of the hardest things to learn is that sometimes people you like are wrong, you have to correct them. Yeah, it just happens. It just happens. It happens. It's unfortunate, but it happens sometimes, man. It happens sometimes. Sticking to your guns is a very hard thing to do, but you gotta.
Whenever they so much as stub their toe. So I don't know.
Hang on, let's go back a little.
I don't know. I can't get mad whenever they sneeze. You know, I can't get super mad whenever they so much as stub their toe. So I don't know. It's hard. I've kind of built a reputation on being that guy who calls out Nintendo, and I still want to call out Nintendo. Game key cards, that stinks. I wish they didn't enable that. They'd enable the developers to use it. Yeah, that kind of stinks too. Like, they're not perfect. They do plenty of stuff that I don't like. I can't start viewing everything through such a negative lens. Like I said in the video, I just can't. We're like on high alert. I mean, every little thing they do, we gotta jump on. I don't know. Like, if
I mean, you don't have to. What you have to do is take what they're saying, clear the smoke, and just go, okay, this is the real thing you guys are mad at. Like, I don't know, man. This is just therapy. We're getting into Arlo therapy now, guys. We're getting into Arlo therapy. He's like, being a content creator is hard, guys. It's hard. Guys, can you believe that some people want me to be negative and I don't want to? Just block them, broski. It's like the one thing I have to concede is that maybe like Arlo's like 100 times my size. I think I don't know if the math 10 times my size, right? But as far as I'm concerned, you could just get rid of these people, bro. Just get them gone. Just get them the fuck gone, man. Just send them home.
Super duper matters.
Send them home, man.
Then that's fine. I think it's just there's too much going on in the world right now.
Oh, it's the classic guy gamers. Trump. Gamers Trump is. Okay, I don't know if that's what he means, but guys, there's just so much happening right now. Guys, the world.
There are too many other much bigger problems, and
he's literally doing the pariah thing. He literally is, chat. He's literally doing it. Guys, I can't be mad at Nintendo. Donald Trump.
I just can't be bothered about all of this stuff. So maybe that's my problem. Maybe that's my thing that I need to, like, going forward. If there is a problem, because I always just try to, like, contribute my part of the conversation, like, whatever it is, you know, I just want to be honest with my own opinions. I don't want to just echo what everybody else is saying. So if everybody's angry about something and I'm angry about something, I'll be like, let's be angry about something. But then if they're all angry about something and I'm not, I figure, okay, that's an angle too. That's an opinion. I just like, oh, sorry, everybody. I don't see it. I'm not trying to be contrarian. I don't see it. Maybe I need to not do that as much. Maybe I need to recognize that if this is a sore spot for a lot of people, maybe I just shouldn't say anything. If you can't say something mean, don't say anything at all.
Yeah, that's the takeaway. That's the takeaway you got. Yeah. If you can't say anything mean, don't say anything. That's what you're taking away from this, Arlo? Yeah. Yeah, bro, they should have stayed in the drafts. They should have stayed in the fucking draft. What an insane statement to say. Fuck my life, broski. I never in my fucking life, chat. Never in my life am I gonna be like, oh, people are being negative about something, but I have a positive stance on it. I'm just not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna no, I'm gonna say my stance, and people are gonna get mad at me. I'm gonna be like, guess what, bitch? Swivel on it! Swivel on it! I don't know what you're talking about, Arlo. Arlo, my man. You've got me crying. You've actually got me crying. I wasn't expecting such a dog shit statement. Good grief. Toxic positivity final boss. Oh, man. Oh, fuck my life, lad. I can't deal with that. I actually can't deal with that. That's unreal behavior. Ref. Have a word with him.
Hey, have a fucking word with him, then, ref!
I don't know. I really do want to do the right thing. I just don't exactly know how to in a situation like this.
Okay, the right thing is acknowledge people's grievances. Say that you are fortunate enough not to have these grievances. Say what you want to say, and then move on. That's what you have to do, right? In your original video, it came like you were playing self-defense lawyer all the time. Just be a... Oh, brother, this is... I don't know what's type. I'm not your therapist. All right, take it to therapy. Take it to therapy, okay?
They had a lot of games to port over to Switch 2. They didn't...
But hang on, Arlo! Don't you fucking dare. Don't you fucking dare. There's no way. Chad, there's no way. Hang on.
They had a lot of games to port over.
Wait, you mean the billion-dollar company had a billion-dollar job? Ain't no way. Ain't no way, gamers. There's no way. There's no way the billion-dollar company had a billion games to do. What do you expect them to do? Do all of them? The poor company, gamers. Think about lying. Gamers, why is Arlo, the puppet man, thinking about lying? I don't know what am I supposed to say. Joe, what am I supposed to say? Actually, what am I supposed to say about this right now? This is atrocious. This is atrocious. Yes. Nintendo's a billion-dollar company. They're the ones who made the Switch 2. They decided to make it backwards compatible, so I, as a consumer, expect every game to run perfectly on that thing. If they can't do it, they shouldn't be selling it. Am I that crazy? Am I that crazy for thinking that? No, that's the normal opinion. That's the normal standard that you as the consumer should have. And if it goes against that, you should kick up a fuss. You should kick up a stink, and you should kick up a tantrum. That's what you should do, okay? Do not simp for the billion-dollar company. Fuck them, okay? They're not worth your time. You give them they give you a product, you give them money, and that is what your relationship with them ends. Now, granted, again, at the end of the day, this is Nintendo. The company that's made a lot of our childhoods better, so we have a bit of a soft spot for them, right? But hey, if a game I bought does not run on your fucking console, hey, all that goodwill, guess what? That's out the window, bitch. Me and you, friendship ended with Nintendo. PlayStation 6 is my new best friend. What are we doing here? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. It's the kind of video that makes you genuinely worry something else is going on with him. This is an uncharacteristically bad video. What? Like, this should have been therapy. I wish I was joking when I said this, but like, it seems like from what I'm getting at, right? It seems like Arlo has a strange relationship with people online, with like the idea of being a critic online, right? In that, one thing I cannot, because this happens to me to a much lesser extent, but what just happened to Arlo is that he's getting like the peanut gallery constantly nattering at him. Arlo, do this. Arlo, you should do. Arlo, are you a shill? Arlo, are you and like, for me, I find it very easy to just go, la 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 la, my opinions are this. And if you're screaming things at me, I don't care. I find it very easy to do that. And I imagine I'm also going to find it just as easy when I grow too. I don't see it getting any worse. Do you know what I mean? I'm very capable of saying my take, doing my thing, and then just moving on. If people are mad at it, let people be mad about it. That's fine. I'll either ban them or delete them depending on how rude they are. Or I'll keep them up and I'll respond to them if they're being earnest with me. Like, I'm capable of doing that. And Arlo, hey, listen, I'm not saying that as a judgment of your character. If you are incapable of that, and again, I'm not saying that to be like rude to you. If you just, like, some people just aren't built that way, which is fine. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Just stick to making this stuff. Stick to making your Bing Bing Wahoo videos. Nothing wrong with that, broski. People love this shit. I'm sure there's people that love this shit. Don't cover controversial topics if you aren't ready to, like, put on the hazmat suit. You know, just don't. And there's nothing wrong with that. Listen, I like rolling around in the muck every now and again. It's fun for me. It's fun. But if it's not fun for you, then don't. Thank you so much, Helix.
You gonna watch the video by him only here for Pikmin 2? Pikmin 3 Deluxe is broken on the Switch 2. That's the video that compiled the bugs and issues, probably what caught Arlo's attention.
We'll probably, this video's taken way longer to watch than I thought it was, so we're probably going to end this segment here. We do have to do some gaming after this as well, so I'll probably just speed things up, but thank you very much for the 10 though. What did the 10 do? The 100 SEK? The 100 SEK? 100 SEK gamers? What the hell? But thank you so much, I appreciate that. Probably, like I said, I want to move on after this, but we'll finish up this video.
Switch 2, they didn't
just... Yeah, if you need to take a break from all this shit, just take a break. Do you know what I'm doing, Chad? Do you know what I'm doing next week? I think I'm probably just gonna like, there's some Musquires that live in Belgium. I'm probably just gonna do a day trip. I'm probably just gonna take the Eurostar and go to Belgium for like a day or two. That's what I want to do next week, chat. And like, the best part about being a YouTuber, you don't even have to tell anyone. Just go on a break, bro. Like, set some videos to go and just go on a break. Just go on a break, man.
The button and it all worked. You know, they've got a lot of first-party games, so there are a couple of them that have.
Yeah, I was considering. I haven't bought my ticket yet, but like some of the old school Musquires that live in Belgium, so I'm just like, fuck it, I'll pay a visit. Why not? You know what I mean?
Problems. Yes,
Eurostar.
it's wrong that they're still selling them. They should wait until they're in a perfect state before they allow people to purchase.
Yeah, I took a what's it? I work off the content. I took a week off working the content already. Yeah, exactly. That's what, like, honestly, unironically, one of my favorite bits about being, if I ever was to do this full time, if you guys were ever to be so generous enough, I'd be able to do this full time. One of the best parts is I can go, hey, chat, for like 3 days, I'm just not going to be here, okay? You got Moresty videos. I'm going to upload some Moresty videos. I'm not going to you still got content covered, but I'm not going to be live streaming for 3 days. Peace out, guys. I'll see you in 3. And I say I could just go. Do you know what I mean? I can just go, bro. Oh, honestly, if you need to go, Arlo, just go. Just go, man. Don't worry about it.
Sure, I'll give you that. But beyond that, I don't know. It's a temporary issue. For all we know, they will patch it tomorrow, and this entire thing will be behind us literally forever. And a year from now, no one will even know that this happened. At the same time, maybe they won't. You know, I can't assume. They said they're going to fix it. What if a year from now they haven't fixed it? Okay,
then we kick up a fuss.
That's a problem.
Fuck 'em.
Absolutely. If it takes them a super long time to fix it, then, and that entire time they've been selling it, you know what? Then I will say, yeah, this is kind of messed up. But we're not there yet. So I'm not going to waste my energy being angry, being outraged.
You don't have to, though. You don't have to. You can literally just say, yeah, it's really shit. I've been playing it, but I don't think I found any. But yeah, like, if it's happening, it's terrible, and I hope they patch it. That's literally all you have to say. That's literally all you have to say. Just a 1 minute statement. Oh, no. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
About something that just might not even end up being an issue at all in the long run. If this is still me missing the mark, then I don't know. I guess I apologize that I was not able to be as tied into this whole situation as I might like. Again, I can't, I don't know. I can't do the internet drama thing anymore. I like to talk about video games, and I like to.
Then just yeah, good. I'm glad you came to a conclusion, brother. Just stay away from it all. Just don't. Next time someone asks you a question, just stay away from it. Just stay away from it, man.
Talk about Nintendo, but like I don't know. I need a little more positivity in my life. I need a little bit less negativity.
Listen, I don't know what's going on in your life, broski. I'm sorry that happened or whatever is happening with you, but yeah, just sift through those people. No one. You don't have to, man. You don't have to
say I'm gonna stop criticizing Nintendo. It's just that I need to be a little bit more choosy. And, you know, I always liked the idea of having a career like this, of having a career where I could just share my video game opinion. I mean, it's really a dream come true.
It is.
But there does reach a certain point where if my job is really just like chasing the negativity and being outraged with everybody, that doesn't feel good. You know, that's gross. I don't want that to be my career. So if you're one of the several comments I saw who said like this is it, this is where we part ways because you feel like I'm not being honest anymore, if you feel like I'm being toxically positive or whatever,
you kind of are, broski. I'll be real with you.
I'm sorry. If this has to be where we part ways,
then
man. So be it. I'm going to continue to be honest with myself and where I am.
It's just a shame that your honesty seems to be just aligning with what Nintendo would like you to say, because you're obviously paid off by Nintendo. Brother, this fuck my life, broski.
Where I'm coming from, if you see that as...
Do you know what? The worst part is, chat, I went into this segment thinking, this is probably going to be like some dumb shit Twitter drama. Arlo's probably just going to laugh it off like a good content creator should, and he's going to move on. But this became like just sad boy therapy. Like, brother, why the fuck are you doing sad boy therapy on your second channel, broski? I came here for the news, bro. I didn't come here for... Oh, everything's so sad, brother. Just be... Cause you're happy, clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Come on, brother. Smile more. You have to smile more, Arlo. Smile more, okay? Smile more.
Toxic positivity, then... I don't know. I've done the best I can.
I don't think you have. I'll be honest. You haven't done the best you can. It really just seems like more often than not when it comes to doing discussion videos, be either your Discord video, your Breath of the Wild video, and your Pikmin 3 video, it seems like less that you are being positive, like you're just someone who's being positively inclined, but more someone who comes across like you have to be positive at all costs. And considering your job as a critic or a commentator or a news guy is to give a more informed, consumer-friendly take, I would say. At least I would argue that should be the point of someone doing this sort of thing. It just seems like you're more so playing defense for a company that doesn't need you to defend them. That's what I would say to you. And I think that's probably where a good chunk of your fans were not so happy with you. So what I would say to you is that if you're incapable of sharing your opinion without seeing the both sides as accurately as possible, I would say just stick to Bing Bing Woohoo topics, okay? just stick to your Bing Bing Woohoo. All right, that's what I'll tell you. Because it seems like you are quite apt when it comes to making reviews, and it seems like there's a lot of people who love your news roundups. But when it comes to like giving takes on Twitter drama, if it's something that you can't handle, and when you do handle, you seem to play devil's advocate for a company that doesn't need to, I would say, yeah, you're better off just not doing this for the sake of your mental health and for the sake of my mental health. Jesus Christ, this video was terrible, Arlo. Fuck my life, broski. Good lord, man. Good lord. Dream job, yeah? And you're guilt-tripping me, yeah? I remember that when I'm doing another 12-hour shift. Okay, anyway. There's Bravo 6 up in this bitch, eh? Let's have a look at the comments. Not every day people get mad at me for not being mad. Yeah, just fucking ignore them, bro. Like, what are we doing here? This was a howler. Yeah, it went from less than stellar to howler. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, because for me, I'm not gonna be like, call me like a bit like, call me a bit dark-hearted. Call me a bit like, but like for me, I have very little sympathy for like content creators, complaining about like people don't like, because I'm just like, you have a wonderful career. Well, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people that like natter in your ear, but for me, I'm not gonna like that. I sign out of my Sir Moresty account and I don't hear any of it. And I can't see that changing when you're a big channel neither. Like, I don't think, like, what I'm saying is that you're not so big that, like, you need to be constantly, like, managing things, you know? You're not like Mr. Beast out here. You're like Arlo, big channel, don't get me wrong, in your own right, and you should be proud of that. But, like, I feel like you could just sign out of the Arlo account, browse YouTube like a normal person, and the world just keeps on spinning. It's not like your channel's gonna be fucking deleted, you know what I mean? At worst, it's gonna be people screaming into the void. I don't know, man. Anyway, let's read the comments. Only beef Arlo should worry about is a big bag of burgers from Jack in the Box. True! I've never tried Jack in the Box, actually. Have you guys tried Jack in the Box? I had Popeyes yesterday, and Popeyes is fucking... I had also their big stack. I don't know what the burger was called, but I had the big stack burger. It was nice. The chicken was really nice, but it was a little on the dry side. A little dry, unfortunately. Nothing a bit of a garlic mayo couldn't fix, but it was a little dry, unfortunately. But the pickles were lovely, and the chicken was to die for. It's Leighton. Oh my god, he's got internet beef with a man who's only here for Oh my god, Leighton, I recognize him. I think if you knowingly publish an unpopular take, you need to be prepared for well-meaning criticism on the channel. Yeah, you just have to. Like, again, if you don't want to do that, absolutely fine. Just don't make them. Just stick to this. Just stick to what you're best at. You know what I mean? That's what you have to do. It's as simple as that, really. I made the video about the whole. It's only here for Pikmin. It's the guy. I made the video about the whole situation. While I had some disagreement with your points, I think I let this whole thing get blown out of proportion. I was initially upset as I didn't agree with your first video, and in the comment section of the video, people were labeling me as a grifter and spreading general misinformation about me. Yeah, it just happens. This rubbed me the wrong way, considering you have a much larger audience than me, and I got rather salty about it, which led to an overly hostile response video. Oh shit, that was beef? Big beef. While I think my points were good and my attitude was hostile, and this did blown out of proportion and becoming rather unnecessary drama. I didn't intend to start drama, but I led to this happening, and if you're reading this, I don't want you to think I have an ill will towards you. I don't. I let this situation get out of hand, and that's my fault. I should have a more rational response and turn this into a more civil discussion and all big hullabaloo of drama. Crazy. I explained. The Arlo situation is crazy. It is crazy. I think I've had people call me out bad dismissive takes in the past, and I appreciate I've had people speak out at me so I can realize how it comes across to other people. Yeah, I think that's a very important thing. Like, have there been some instances where, like, maybe I've, like, overstepped a little? Yeah, and I'm happy when people call me out, and I'm like, okay, fair. Like, I understand that, like, I'm a bit abrasive, a bit bold, a bit brash, but, like, I try not to, like, overstep a line. Like, for example, like, when I've been punching at Arlo, so to speak, I've been punching at what he's been saying as opposed to anything he is. You know what I mean? I've only been punching at things I can prove. I think I've done an adequate job of proving that Arlo is just a bit too much of a fencer. You know what I mean? So when I punch at him for being a fencer, I feel like I'm punching above the belt. I'm not gonna like comment on his like personal life or anything because I know nothing about him. And that guy. Yeah, if I'm punching, I'm always punching above the belt. And I feel like if I had been punching below, if people was to call me out, then I'd be fine. But I don't believe I have at any point of this comment. But hey, the Moresty comments will tell me if I have or not. You know what I mean? I don't think he was overly harsh in his video, just a bit blunt, perhaps, but warranted. Yeah, I'd say a bit of bluntness was a bit warranted considering the situation. But I tried to ask myself before getting into the comments, how likely is this person to be a literal troll? And I usually stop feeling, but true. Oh, hang on, hey, Armonia Joaquim 4128. Could you be Arlo's agent? Could you be Arlo? Can you help him out? That's a good mindset to have. For me, I just assume everyone's a fucking turbo zoom. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna lie. There's been instances where I'm like, what's the chance that this person's like 15? What's the chances? And I'm like, yeah, you know, it's quite high. I'll delete him. You know what I mean? My friend stopped me going down a negativity path. I was viewing too much evil Nintendo slop content and complaining about the people online. They rightfully told me off. Yeah, that's good, honestly. Like, listen, I'm perfectly fine with people calling out Nintendo, which is why when people were calling me a shill in that real life fake wizard video, that was quite funny. I just couldn't stop laughing. But yeah, it's just you got to call them out when it's worth calling out and praise them when it's worth praising them. I think Mario Kart World is a fantastic video game and an evolution that the series much needed. Shouldn't cost $80 though. That's insane. Why the fuck are you charging that much, you dipshits? So yeah, I can do both. I'm perfectly able to do both. I think people misinterpret your bluntness as toxicity, but parts of that come across as genuinely abrasive are meant to be comedic, and the actual insight is usually easy to distinguish. Yeah, I think personally, I'm just saying, guys, personally, I think I do a very good job at distinguishing when, like, I'm being deliberately a cunt for the sake of being a cunt, and when I'm giving you earnest critique of your work. I think I do a good job of that, but of course Hot Wheels Gamer would say that. He's paid off. He's the Wikitubia guy. Which reminds me, if you don't know the Moresty section, okay, I want the Moresty section proofread, double-spaced, you know, history segment. There's I saw some spelling errors in there need fixing, all right? 7 more thumbnails in the Moresty images, okay? Come on. Hop to it, okay? Hop to the free labor, all right? Back to the mines. People out here acting like a scholar. The gamers, I clapped. Gamers, like, I clapped. I clapped when Pokemon caught a stray. But I clapped, gamers. Good lord. Must you serve Moresty up? It is. It is Moresty, guys. If you shameless promotion. Thank you so much, Luke Boa, for giving me the chance to shamelessly promote. Because gamers. The VOD channel is up. I've been uploading a bunch of VODs to there. So you're gonna have more stuff. I uploaded my FNAF VR Help Wanted. When I streamed that was pretty fun. And my birthday subathon in 2023. We did a whole bunch of stuff. Drawing from memory, doing a casino. I opened Musty's Casino. If you guys don't know what Musty's Casino is, you're down for a good time, trust me. I wore a suit. You wear a cool suit and I got a casino background. It's cool. Check out the VOD channel, okay? I uploaded my straight VODs there. It's pretty fun. I've got a load more VODs coming, don't worry. I've got a load more VODs. I just need to download and upload a whole bunch of stuff, you know what I mean? I really heavily relate to outrage fatigue these days. Fundamentally, the issues are, I think issues people have on Nintendo are symptoms of a larger issue. Inflation, cost of living, housing crisis. If we take care of the problem, the symptoms seem to take care of themselves. If you're reading this, especially if you're younger, learn about local politics, learn about politics? Politics? Try get into history, stay up to date with what's going on, and look out for your friends, colleagues, and neighbors. We can build a better world, not run by shareholders and investors, but that strangle artists and shake the stand for every penny. Thanks, Arlo. Great video again. Gamers, can I put this in the if I got a comment like this I'd cringe section? Can I put this in that segment? I think I would. Bit on the nose. Make sure you zip it up. Situation is a good reason to keep the Switch 1 around, because if you play those games, if you want to play these games long into the future, if some games don't work out well, the dedicated patch when the update servers go down, they won't work on an unpatched system. True, that's true. Oh my God, it's Bo Blacks again. I really wouldn't like to see you scale back your opinions out of fear of people disagreeing with you and receiving some backlash. The people who are saying nasty things about you as a person are this loud minority. I think most of the people will just want to disagree and have a discussion with you about the topic. I 1000% get that you not want having the energy to be outraged, especially as you become an older YouTuber / person on the top of the current state of the world in 2025. Good grief. I'm very much feeling the same way. I'm personally not outraged about Pikmin 3 Deluxe being bugged on the Switch 2, but I don't think there's valid things to be upset about with the state of the game. Even if thought to fix it isn't been a big deal long term. This video was a good listen. I addressed most of the critiques I had with your last video, so I don't think you feel too discouraged to address and engage in criticism in the future because of some comments being nasty. I wish you a good day, Harlow. No, I think this video was bad, honestly. I think this video was more therapy than a response, if you ask me. It's very clear to me, more so than it was from the last video, that Arlo is somebody who just who can't handle the smoke. Which is nothing, again, there's nothing wrong with that. I want to make it very, very clear. Because I want to make it very clear, I don't think I'm a better person for being someone that can handle the smoke. Some people just don't want to, some people don't want to or just can't. There's nothing wrong with that. But as I said, stick to making the things that don't require you to be in the trenches. And you'll be fine, Arlo. You'll be fine. Just take a break. Go on a holiday. Go on a holiday or something, you know? I think you've been super reasonable about the situation. People, please keep sharing your real opinions, whether they're good or bad, because even when they're contrary to the popular ones on internet rage, your honesty is why I watch your channels. Honesty, yeah, honesty. If I want the Nintendo Gluck opinion, then I'll watch a bit more Topic Arlo. All right, then I'll watch a bit more Topic Arlo. But it's like if I want the news with a bit of, like, you know, some off the cuff humor, then I'll go to Moist Critical. You know. Depends. It depends on the situation. Depends on how I'm feeling, you know? Either Arlo's like, I don't care about DK Direct, my Pikmin's in danger. I feel like most people using this I think, like, people are just used to jump into extremes, even when it comes to online criticism and arguments. It's really childish. It sucks. Yeah, it's just how it is. It's the internet. It's the internet. It's definitely one of those things where select subset people just need to chill out a bit. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Yeah. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. It seems like there's some people here who are stuck on, guys, why can't we change as an internet? Guys, as an internet, can we change? It's like, no. Nah. Not happening, broski. Not happening. Yeah, I do agree that Nintendo shouldn't be selling in state. What I will say is I saw a lot of comments from the video, despite how big of a deal it could be for some people, which I believe it is for some of the people, as they say they've encountered a good amount of problems. The way you were attacked was far too harsh and personal for the disagreements on how you saw the situation. I'm sorry how you had to deal with it. I'm just like, hang on. Can we do a bit more? Can we do a bit more investigating, chat? Hang on, am I dropped? Hang on, can we do a? I'm just like, am I crazy? Like, okay, maybe because I think Twilight brought up that like maybe the comments have since been deleted, but like even if it's sort by like new, for example, come on, can we like let's just do let me just have a brief scroll, okay? Grown ass man getting on his knees for multiple. Okay, that's a bit. all right, fair. Played for 5 hours today, no crashes. Nintendo's not gonna let you hit my boy. Oh man, you should have done more research before speaking. 1 hour of gameplay is not enough to understand the full scale of the issue. Feels like you're brushing off. That's fair. That's a fair comment. It's just a video where Arlo gaslights people. A bit harsh. First Arlo L sad. Yeah. You Mr. Arlo, this isn't a good look. Oh, I like your videos, but why do you love Nintendo stepping on its consumers? Bad spelling, but I agree with the sentiment. It feels like an ad hominem. You feel like an ad hominem. Bad video, Arlo. Very disappointing with Arlo. Often like a positive takes thing, because I don't like to engage in a deluge of negativity. We have a long history of hand-waving concerns of really unacceptable problems with Nintendo products, and it's the thing you're doing again. Yeah, it's an earnest comment. Defending a company that doesn't care about you is crazy. A bit flippant, but I wouldn't call this an attack. There's probably only been one comment which I personally would deem as an attack, you know? You sound like a Nintendo bootlicker. That's really mean. That's really mean. I'd say that much. Holy shit, are you getting paid for this? Really mean. Okay, I would say this is an attack. For me, if you want to know my barometer, chat, I would say this is like an attack. Equating someone defending a game to Nintendo fanboy and equating to a mental illness, you know what I mean? Like that. This is like a beyond the pale, if you ask me. Something like this is like just funny bad. This is I would say this is an attack. But how far did I have to scroll to get to this? If that makes sense. It's very beta. Am I just broken? I see comments like this and I fucking laugh, man. I don't know, maybe I'm cooked, chat. I'm cooked. It's my fault, chat. It's my fault. If someone called me a beta soy, I'd hang that shit in the Louvre. Like, man, I can't wait to get comments like this, man. Like, yeah, like so far, I would say, what was it? Like, this is unreal. I would delete this comment in an instant if I was modding. I'd ban this person from the channel, 100%. Imagine telling yourself this bad, picking a fight with a channel that has way less viewers and sending your fans to attack them over this garbage she'll take. I'd probably delete this person, not because they've been mean, but because Arlo very clearly didn't pick a fight with someone with way less viewers. This is just stocker. This is just you fighting invisible shadows. So I'd delete that. But I wouldn't say that was an attack neither. Next time, do some more research on the topic Arlo. Say that again? But yeah, like, having a quick look at the comments, now granted, I haven't looked at all of them. Oh my god, and Keijo? He's one of ours, chat. I recognize him. RLO? Bit mean, but yeah. I'll let you have it. Everyone takes it out at some point. That includes you too, Arlo, man. Disappointed fan. Take this down and make an I was wrong and should have wrote a script and done research video. Bit mean, but I wouldn't call this an attack. Yeah, there's like, maybe my barometer is a bit weird, chat, but like, there's a lot where I'd say definitely mean. There's definitely a lot of mean comments here. But for me, an attack is like a different bar. I don't know if like maybe my barometer, so to speak, is weird. But like for me, there's a lot of like mean comments, but like nothing that I can't just laugh off if it was about me. And you're probably thinking, well, it's easy for you to laugh off, Moresty, because these are about Arlo, not you. But no, these are the kind of comments that like when I get the equivalent of, I laugh at. I had like again, I'm saying a bunch, but it was like 6, 7 or so comments calling me a shill on my real life fake wizard video. I laughed at them. They were funny as fuck. I mean, I had to delete them because they were cunts, but I laughed as I deleted them. Do you know what I mean?
For the generations.
Yeah, literally true. Yeah, I think I just have a thicker skin, so maybe I shouldn't be the biggest judge of this. Maybe I'm not the fairest judge of character, so I will admit that, obviously. My barometer is, like, a bit different from most. But yeah, I don't know, I don't see too many people, like attacking. Attacking is, like, mean? Yeah, there was a lot of mean comments. I would say a lot of mean comments is fair. But an attack is, like I wouldn't even say this, it doesn't even have to go to slurs territory. When, like, if someone says, like, something, like, just beyond the pale, I think it's just that he finds it more frustrating than funny, and I get that. But, like, for me, it's like, who are you getting frustrated at that? Like, just randos on the internet? Like, again, my philosophy is just wildly different to Arlo's, and it's different to some of you guys, I suppose. So maybe I'm just coming at it from a different perspective. So I have to just acknowledge that. Either way, having a rational response to situations in Nintendo is why I watch you. You know, there's rational, and then there's like a, you know, the haters are reacting. Don't let them get to. True, Mr. Pig Pom. I like that. I think I've watched 1 minute total of all these videos in question. I realize how much I do not care. Why are you here then? Delete this comment. The Phil Pro, just delete them. Delete them. Anyway, I'll leave it there. I don't think we're gonna get anything much out of these comments. What I will say, Arlo, though, is a shame you were in this Pikmin situation. It did look crazy. What I'll say is that, like, if you well and truly just are done covering fucking drama stuff, just stop. I'd say just stop it. That's what I'll tell you. But well and truly, if it's something that you know you're incapable of, like, dealing with in a healthy way, I would say just leave. Like, just turn your TV off. Make more of this stuff. Where is it? Just make more of this stuff and less of this stuff. You know what I mean? That's just all you have to do. It's as simple as that, really. And you can live a happy, healthy life. And from the sounds of it, I don't know, the way you were talking in this video, it just sounded like you were going through some shit. So I'm sorry that happened. And talk to someone else, maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to infer too much. But hey, bit of a howler, bit of a stinker. But nothing you can't recover from. Hey, Arlo, nothing you can't recover from. I believe in you, Arlo. I believe you'll do better next time. Maybe. You will. I think. This is the sort of, like, Arlo, if you don't have a, we're going to point and laugh at dipshit commenters, you need to, like, make a comment. You need to do that. Make a group chat, bro. Hey, invite me on it, broski. Hey, Arlo, if you want, listen, I'll find the funny comments for you, broski. The beta soy one, that is a comment that would 100% go in the group chat. That was 100% go in the group chat if you're asking me. If I get called a beta soy. Yeah, I don't know, man. Just it. Yeah, we're all here to have fun and have fun. You're a talented and nice guy, so just focus on the positives. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, nothing wrong. No one's asking you to be a off-the-cuff, like, drama situation commentator. So if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. And Arlo, I'll leave you there. Have a good one. Have a good one, gamers. Have a good one. Have a good one, Moresty, guys. Subscribe to the main channel, okay? Subscribe to. Did you guys know that only 2 people from this world are subscribed to me? Subscribe now. Chat, yell at them. Chat, this is your chance. Yell at the Moresty guys. Yell at the Moresty guys. There's no way you watch 2 hours of Arlo slop and you're not subscribed, okay?